Is it soup yet?
Hey, it's time for Thursday Night Soup. Join by co-host Jeff Kendall and many other famous celebrities as we discuss music, movies, and just plain cause havoc across the internet. And now, get ready. Let's welcome Doc Docus.
Get ready!
Yes. I want my Thursday night soup now!
Wet soup. Hey. I think I got it. After all this time, I think I hit the right button. Yay! Well, hello. Yes, it's time for a Thursday night soup. Number 99, by the way. You know what that means?
Good. Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Disembodied Jeff Kendall.
Means next week we're going to have a big celebration.
We'll have cake and ice cream.
Yes.
Yes.
And soup.
That and maybe some soup. Well, wedding cake soup, I guess.
Yes.
That's fine. Okay. So anyway, we're back. Hope you all had a good Easter and all that kind of stuff. I had my last leftovers tonight.
Oh, you have leftovers already?
Yeah, I had enough leftovers for 2 meals. So
good.
Finished off the leftovers tonight. So goodbye ham. But we even had spare ribs for Easter.
Whoa, for Easter ribs. Okay.
I had Easter ribs. I had Easter ham and cheesy potatoes and buns. Right. So Jeff Kendall, you little Jeff Kendall. What did you have for Easter?
I think my son and I had pizza for Easter.
Oh,
we watched TV. So
that sounds wonderful. Okay. Look, Gert is here with a guitar.
Channel of 4 live streamers or castaways having a live stream on a 2-hour live stream. There.
Yay!
Your new theme song.
Yes, written by the great Gordon Lightfoot.
And it's called
my song.
Yeah,
Super Soup.
Wonderful job. Okay, and we have that famous movie person there, Tim Allen.
Hello, everybody from whatever this is.
Yeah, king of the Snap Crackle Pop Automatic Rice Krispies. Thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's.
All right. Yeah. And do we have any people out there?
Yes, we do.
Oh, we have James Farley. He's remarking about the thumbnail I put up. No soup for Mr. Beale. No, the soup is for Mr. French. That's what you get when you put AI in. I want a picture of Mr. French eating soup, and that's what it gave.
Uncle Beale.
Yeah.
Uncle Beale.
Nobody likes Uncle Beale. Everybody likes Mr. French. Grant, what the hey? What the hey? What's up? What's up? Hello there. Yes. And Matchstick Man is here. What's the good word?
We've been gone for a week.
Yes. Can you say it? Yes. And here we were discussing whether animals were gay or not. I'd say they are. Well, not all of them, just some.
Yeah, there's a few. Because remember that Monty Python did that sketch about mollusks, and they were supposed to be gay.
Just the ones in San Francisco.
Yeah, well, this is the San Francisco mollusks.
But it's like 10% of the population is gay, and that goes for the animal kingdom too. And that's why when you go over to your friend's house, your dog or their dog comes over and starts humping your thing.
No, that's not why.
That's not why.
Why does it do it to your leg instead of like
your dominance thing? That's just a dominance.
Yes, it's a dominance thing, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why you smack them, because they're not, they're trying to be more dominant than human, and they shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they sure look like they're enjoying it.
Get out, you stupid.
Cut that. Go away, stupid dog. Yeah, go have a milk bone or something like that. But, Yeah, you see cats and dogs living together at the end times.
No, that's sheep lying down with lions. That's the.
I know. Well, yeah, exactly. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. So it must be true. Okay. So much for that little rant. Say, has anybody seen the new Alice Cooper song, or at least heard it? You know?
Oh, I didn't know. I have not.
Yeah.
I saw he was going to do a new album with the original Alice Cooper band or something.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the original Alice Cooper. Thank you.
His last
the sound effects. Yeah.
His last one, Road, was really good. It was a really good album. So
Mhm.
hopefully this will be as good.
After 50 years, they got the band back together.
Yeah, except for one guy. One guy passed away. But
Well,
Rest of it.
that couldn't be helped.
was Dennis? Dennis passed away.
Glenn Buxton.
Glenn. Buxton,
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
otherwise, the other three are back.
Dennis Dunaway is still around. Yeah.
Let's
Yes,
go see
we got
that.
Dennis Dunaway, we got Neil Smith, and we got Michael Bruce. Yes.
Yeah.
And I've also heard they're making a new Faces album.
I mean,
Awful.
Rod Stewart
Rod
and
and Run
Well,
Wood.
well, wait a minute. The two main guys in the Faces are dead.
Well,
Yeah.
Rod Stewart and Ron Wood and Kenny Jones. That's three of them.
Well, I consider Steve Marriott. I know they were the Small Faces, but to me,
Yeah.
that's the Faces. And
It really was Steve Marriott's band. Really.
Yeah, it was Steve Marriott's band.
But that's okay. You know, let him do it. Hey, that's great. I love it.
Mhm.
Go to it, guys. Go to it.
Okay, but did you hear the new Cooper song?
No, I haven't.
I'll have to listen for it. Yeah.
DC said it sounds like it could have come off Love It to Death. Yeah, I agree.
No, that's really good. 'Cause that's right in the heart of the
Yeah,
stuff.
they got Bob Ezrin to do the producing, so like they got the classic producer even. So
That's great.
it actually does sound like it might have been coming off an old album from 50 years ago.
Oh, that's good. That's
Wow.
good news.
So
Yeah.
I can't say the song is that good, although I've listened to it 3 times. Sounds a little better each time, but there is one
Well,
contention.
you're not going to be surprised by anything he does. You know,
No, but there is one thing about the song that most people do not like, and that is during where there would be a chorus, they just go yeah 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 yeah. We're like, wait a minute.
that's because they couldn't think of a word that rhymes.
Exactly.
They were listening to Ringo EPs and got stuck on that.
So yeah, my first impression was, what's these yeah business? But I guess it's kind of grows on you a little, maybe because the shock is over and now you kind of expect it. And I've seen somebody in the comments say, well, maybe they're expecting everybody in the audience to join in the yayas. And it's kind of like a thing where audience participation. Isn't that right, Robert P?
Yeah, that's right, right.
Robert P.
I didn't hear the question, but yes.
I'll have to rewrite my song. It'll be 5 castaways on a live stream.
Okay.
Well, I haven't been on in a while, so I figured I'd come up for a little bit. I got 100 tonight, so it'll be a short trip.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If I had a few minutes, I'll come up and say hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Because it bumped me up to the top row.
I know you got a good lock going there.
Oh,
you bump.
Oh,
Tipped up here.
Now I'm in the rest again.
yeah. Oh well.
Well, it's not like I'm that bad a company.
No, that's fine. Fine.
Last I heard of Robert P, he was painting.
Yeah, we had to do a lot of stuff in the living room because they used to have a doorway there where they had a wet bar cut into the wall. And years ago, they sealed it all off, and you could still see where the doorway was. And I thought I could correct it. But I guess I was mistaken. I kept going over the plaster, going over it, and old plaster and new plaster, you smooth it out, and what happens is you can't get the, when they paint it 10 times, you got that texture, and now new plaster is smoother, and so I can still, you don't see it as bad, but I can still see it if I look. If you didn't know, you might not notice it, but I do.
Time to get the wall.
I was thinking of you today, Robert.
Is that a good or bad?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I was coming up with an album idea, but I'm having trouble tracking down the songs. So,
well, that's where I come in. Maybe
I'll fill you in. I'll send you an email. I'll fill you in what I'm trying to do.
Well, unless you want to share it here, it's okay with me.
Well, it's a Guess Who album, and I'm trying to pull together tracks that weren't on albums, and you know their album the way they were.
I've got every one of them that I know about officially.
That's the one you sent me the 8-track to. But there's only 7 tracks on it, so there's like at least 3 other songs that I think we could put on that to make it a fuller album. So I'm thinking of, but I have trouble tracking them down. That's my issue. So.
All right, well, send them to me and I'll take a peek and see what I got. I don't know what I have that you don't.
They're like B-sides of 45s and stuff, so it's early stuff, really early stuff.
Non-album tracks.
Non-album tracks. They were on CD, but you can't get the CDs anymore. So
of that particular album or another one?
Well, they're scattered kind of amongst some CDs.
All right, because I do have a lot of Guess Who CDs. I don't know how many, so I'll check.
I'll send you an email with the details. We'll see if we can pull something together. Okay, just an idea.
I've got a couple questions here. Did you watch the Professor of Rock's top 10 TV show theme songs?
No.
I don't think so, no.
I don't think so, because that doesn't sound like anything he'd really do.
I don't think I saw that. I think he's watching your show. I don't think I saw that one yet.
But you'll never guess who's in there.
I mean, Hawaii Five-O's got to be easily among the top best songs ever.
I'm not going to watch it to find out. But it's hard to believe the Guess Who is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
This is true.
Well, I'm not too worried about it. The Rock and Roll.
Not considering who else isn't in there.
Yeah, Rock and Roll. Considering who is in there, it's a joke. So
yeah,
not too
not
worried.
hard to believe at all.
Burton Cummings, he's been asked that question several times, and he's sort of like, meh. He's happy being in the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame. He says,
there you go. That's all he needs.
So he's totally satisfied about that because he's really pro-Canadian, and he says that's the biggest honor I think it ever received. So there you go.
See, DC did a Guess Who top 10 songs on Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Hey, Daryl.
The problem at the top 10 anything, it's all like stuff like that. It's probably going to be greatest hit stuff, and unless you know the Guess Who, like their strongest cuts weren't on the radio, in my opinion. So,
TV songs, Partridge Family.
Hello.
Well, it should be. It's a great song.
Grab a linky and join us. There's still a spot for a square.
Yeah. One square.
Not a Twinkie.
Yeah.
And I've got absolutely nothing to show unless you want to look at blank CDRs that someone had delivered to my house.
Well, we might come to that.
I showed blank CDRs one day. I've got tons
You
of
did. It was a couple weeks ago.
I ordered a new set of a 3 CD set of some old 70s rock that I'm waiting to see what it's like, an eclectic collection that I ordered. Stephen Schnee put up one that was folk music the other day, and we shared that. And I said, well, they have another one I'm interested in. I'll get that one. So he got his, I got mine, and then we'll share and see if it's worth getting. And then, of course, the new Badfinger. I think I sent that off for Paul to listen to.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet, but I will.
Somebody else wants a copy just to listen to. Then if you like it, go buy your own.
You sent me the Pete Hamlin too, I think.
That's what I meant, P. Ham. Yeah.
Well, I think you sent me both.
I may have. I just like to share, and then I figure, okay, if you like it, then go purchase it.
Perfect.
People. Yeah.
My middle name is not Napster.
I don't like the way this Y&T Records does things, though. I was looking at it last night, and it's like they just go buy it at your local record store from Amazon or something. Well, what good is that? You know, I mean, if you're a small record company, you ought to sell things online like everybody else does. Why do you?
As a link that says "Go buy here" or something?
Yeah, no, it says available at your local, available for order or at your local record store is what it says.
Yeah.
Because I found mine while I was perusing Amazon. I happened to see another one of their products.
You know, and if you're only going to do like the new Badfinger, new PM's like 1,000 copies, and yet they don't have it at their. So where are you supposed to get it? There's 1,000 copies shipped to who?
Yeah.
Who has them? You know.
Well, if you need one, contact Steven, and he may have one extra.
Because he always says, Stephen always says too, there's links in my description, and he never puts links in.
He's lying.
But you know.
Well, I don't know if he's out there or not, but I did purchase one. I asked Steven to get me one, and then I decided I didn't need a physical copy, so he may have an extra one laying around.
Because I can't use Amazon right now, so I'm like, okay, well, I don't know where else to go. So,
do you want me to order?
Somebody's using my Amazon like crazy and ordering $1,000 worth of iPad stuff and
Amazon kicked me out a long time ago. They're still charging me for like $15 for Prime, but I can't use Amazon. They have some telephone number that I have to verify from like 15 years ago that I have no idea what it is. Otherwise, because they say somebody tried to rob my account, therefore you can't get in. But yet they're still taking $15 out of my account every week for Prime, but I can't use it. I can't go on Prime. I can't order. I can't do anything with Amazon.
You can't even get them on the phone and say, "Hey, here's my."
I've tried, and
Huh?
You got to put a stop.
And I've tried their little chat thing, and that doesn't work. And
no, I have to get them on the phone if I have a big issue.
Oh yeah. The chat thing is useless. It's just a bot. It's not
So I'm,
Well, you got to stop them taking money away from you because that's.
Well, exactly. They owe me actually a lot of money because this isn't right that they shut my account off when I did nothing. And yet they're still charging me for it, though.
I think you should call Jack Giles, the lawyer.
Clearly, that's not legal.
Yeah.
Oh, is it on one particular card that you can call the card company and say, "Don't take this off monthly"?
It is on one card, but
because you can get your people to stop paying and say, "Look, I've had too many problems. They won't answer my calls. They won't do anything for me."
See what I do? I go
done
through
with Amazon at the moment.
I go through PayPal, and you can actually stop payment at PayPal. You can go in and say, and then there's no problems. So that's all.
Yeah, all I can say is if you do need something or looking for something, I have your address still in my addresses because I did send you something, so I can always get it for you and send it to you.
Look at this.
It's really hard finding a number for them. That's for sure.
Well, look at here. James Farley's got the direct phone number for Amazon. If you want it, he'll get it for you, and they fix my problem.
I do have two different numbers for them, and I've talked to them, but they want to put a link into your text, and you got to follow that, and it can be a little bit of trouble. I just sit there and yell, representative, dash, and they'll finally answer the thing. If you're lucky, I'm not picking them.
Yell at this.
Lucky they speak English. That's all.
Yeah. That's the other problem.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to find a number for them. Because I had to do it once, and it was like,
no, it's ridiculous.
I can post it here if you wish, and everyone will start calling them.
Yeah, James Farley has one too.
Yeah,
no, I had a problem because we sent a bunch of stuff to the kids in Alaska, and like 3 weeks later, they said they delivered it to a secure box somewhere, and I'm like, okay, where's the pictures? where is it? My daughter says it's not in the secure box.
Exactly.
And it went on for another week. They finally returned all the money. And then 2 weeks later, it shows up on the doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like someone lied.
He talked to a real person right away. Like nobody,
Wow.
no press.
I usually get a real person. It just takes a little finagling because they want to, text you, make sure it's your account. You have to verify. And if you can't get into your account, maybe that might be the issue. I don't know.
Yeah. James, if you do Facebook, message me on Facebook with that, please. I'm easy to find on Facebook. Easy.
I've even tried to return a little motorcycle once I got some pictures.
I can't. I'm looking right now and I can't find the frickin' phone number.
Amazon is ridiculous.
Well, they don't want you calling them.
I'll give it to you right now. I just don't have my phone. Hey, Hunter, go get my phone.
Well, but James seems to have a number that's really good, which is why I'm thinking.
Yeah, I get on mine every time. Do you have even access to the account just to look?
No, I can't. No, I can't. I can go on Amazon and look around, but I can't, do anything else.
You gotta get that cleared up because they
no kidding. And this is why, because of this kind of stuff, I can't do my streaming shows anymore for the same kind of thing. Facebook shut me off on that computer, and it's just like,
we need our Snap Crackle Pop. We got to get Amazon fixed.
I didn't see it last Saturday.
I didn't do one last Saturday. That's why I'm behind. I'm behind once again.
Hello, Gary Wilkerson Jr. Happy Thursday.
Thursday night.
Are we doing new stuff or?
Well, can I ask you a question?
Clown burger and get a quadruple burger.
How was your guys' Easter/Passover?
Well, I didn't pass over Easter. I ate.
Yeah, we were quiet here. It was quiet.
Bad. Mm-hmm. You watched yeah, myself and I.
It was all right. You have to deal with.
We had a good one.
I'm not
I was supposed to be at my brother-in-law's, and then they told me Saturday night it'd be at my house.
Oh, nice.
So,
thanks for letting us know.
Okay, but it worked out anyway. But it was,
we ordered out for puffy tacos and Bravo.
Yeah, they got sick, and they ended up bringing over a turkey that was almost all done, and I finished
it. We did a turkey meat pie. It was quite good.
It worked out well. So I'm hosting tomorrow afternoon. Thanks. It's all right. I'm a on the fly guy. Doc knows I can make about anything. I can cook just about anything.
He makes cookies. He makes spaghetti and meatballs.
The tofurkey didn't go over well. No, I'm just kidding.
Cookies?
What? I thought Doc was going live with Brother Doc. No.
Who's brother?
We talked last week about you possibly having a live video when you're eating, and maybe not. Maybe your family can.
No, I wasn't about to broadcast Easter dinner. That wasn't going to happen. Jeez.
Really, we haven't had anyone eating a full meal since James left years ago.
No, eating on live streams are taboo anyway.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch that.
BMX Seeker just videos them and posts them. It's hilarious. Goes out with his family and they're eating dinner and eating all this stuff.
And you go watch him eat.
Yeah, well, it's hilarious. It's really cool. It's really funny.
And please pass it.
I don't know if it's meant to be funny, but it is.
Yeah, little stuff like that during an actual video, that like when Mayo goes out to breakfast, that doesn't bother me.
Well, John is much that BMX Seeker. He's something else. Man. He's the guy that takes forever to open a package. He's the guy at Perry. Yeah.
I've seen a few of those where you just want to beat them over the head, and you said you could have opened this earlier.
Well, that's why I did that video last year. It was in what's the word I want? Paying homage to John.
Alan C put a video about the clock up, and I appreciate it all, and I love Alan C, but it took like 15 minutes just to get to where he opened the clock. And it started like, okay.
So there it is.
He was milking for time.
I guess. I don't know. I'm like, just slice it already.
That's what you do to hold on to your viewers. You say, "Hey, guess what? I'm gonna do this," and 20 minutes later, he's still talking. Like, "Hello, Professor of Rock."
I don't know. I've been watching so many shorts, though. I'm starting to get less attention span. Since I watch shorts. Pretty soon, I'm like, this is taking too long.
I watched this really good video last. It was an hour and a half. I think the CBC did it on Gordon Lightfoot. It was really quite outstanding.
Oh yeah, I can tell you were inspired.
Really good. Yeah. Well, I've said before, he's the reason I bought my first 12 string is Lightfoot. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It didn't talk about his death though, so I'm not sure how old it was. Like, it sounds like it was fairly recent, but not right up to date because he died last year, right? So, but it was good. It was really good. It talks about his life and his many affairs, and gets into his drinking issues and all that stuff. It's quite good. Yeah.
Is that on YouTube? Can we find it?
Yeah. I'll see if I can find it again. And it was a CBC thing. I know. I'll just go into my history here.
He's probably blocked in America.
What's today? Okay. I'll post it in the private chat if you want to watch it.
Okay.
What does this mean? Eat, 8, 2, eat, 4, tree, uno.
It was a CBC documentary.
Easter. I guess.
I don't know how to play Uno. Are you going to bed? My wife brought. She was in her jammies, so she didn't want to say hello.
No. We don't like to see jammies.
Well, they're like big, thick flannel with a lock at the top. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what he's doing. You
I
can't.
posted a link in the, links in the private chat there.
So write that down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so eat,
Wait,
eat, two eat, tree.
What you talking about?
I'm getting supplies here. Hang on.
It's probably not going to come through, is it?
Looks like 888.
Dumb.
228.
888-280-4331.
433.
Just like James Crowley said.
888-280-4331.
There you go.
Okay.
Everybody write that down.
Same thing. I see now. See, okay.
All right.
Now I understand what he's doing.
2
Sorry, James.
04331.
You got now I understand. I didn't get it.
All right.
So anybody who's having trouble with Amazon and they're call that number down.
Oh, that number. Yeah.
Call that number.
8675309.
See,
Empire.
James is much more on the ball here because I didn't get it at first.
No, I didn't either.
Oh,
Not yet.
We talk about Bargoons as well.
Not yet. We will.
But when you do call them, they ask to verify your account by texting you, and then you have a link that says verify. So whether that'll work for you, I don't know.
Well, I can't get into my account, so
It's all I know is that may be a hindrance.
1-800-EMPIRE today.
Well, they'll confirm your credit card number or your address or something.
I've always got a human being at that number.
Yeah,
and it is a safe
confirm
number.
who you are before they can do anything for you.
It is a safe number. Don't be afraid of it.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of Amazon. Don't let them get away with this.
Well, my nephew works for him, but I don't think he has any pull except for getting a box off a shelf.
Well, you just call that number there and rectify, but only call between the hours of 1 and 3.
Yeah. There's a big Amazon warehouse in Oklahoma City. So,
Oh, there's an Amazon warehouse everywhere. They will also email you.
911. Okay.
No, I don't think you can get Amazon through 911.
I doubt it.
Mhm.
Oh, and she's saying it. Let me type 911.
Type one.
It's not that you can't type numbers, but you can't type.
I
It worked.
see.
Oh, NINEO.
I saw 911.
Mhm.
Wow. So I hear Jeff has gotten some bargoons. Maybe he can speak about his bargoons. Okay, ready, Jeff?
Yeah, not too many things because it's been raining. We have some flooding here. Not
Ooh.
where I am, but for certain parts of the town. In Oklahoma City, flooding, so I got movies this time. So let's see. I found a movie that I actually saw with my mom and dad at the drive-in, and I was real little, and I didn't understand it, but I'm glad I have it on DVD. And it's
Black
called,
and white?
yeah, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a great film to take your kids to.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of small when it was on DVD. This is 99 cents.
Or
And
they
also,
will sleep in the back seat.
right. And I was
Okay.
sleepy. And I also, a movie I've always heard about. I've never had it until now. I just saw it the other night and I love it. And it's called Sunset Boulevard.
Oh.
I think Gloria Swanson should have won the Oscar for this one. And that's all I have so far. Because of the rain. I've been home because of the rain. I don't want to swim.
Yeah, I hate getting wet. Yeah. And anybody else have any thing to share?
I got one.
Go ahead.
You got one. You got one. Okay.
And then Tim.
So,
Ooh, Carl?
so I'm a Neil Young fan, as you know, and he's apparently it's not out yet, but he's putting out a new movie, Coastal, and it's a concert tour he did, I think, 2023. So he's released a soundtrack album for it.
Oh, okay.
So it's all live stuff.
Mm.
And I don't know if you can see the songs he does there, but there's.
Ooh, that's tiny.
No, but I like the cover.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, isn't it? Of course,
Yeah, no, I like, that kind of art is like my favorite kind of art. I like that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, he's into trains, model trains and stuff. So for those that don't know, Neil owns Lionel Trains. In case you didn't know.
Really? Didn't know that.
Wow.
So he's big into trains. There's stuff of him online with his son, who has cerebral palsy, and so that's how he keeps Ben occupied. He set up this massive train layout in his barn, and he and trains all day. So, yeah.
Did you see the new stone one I sent you?
I should show you the label too, because it's kind of cool. Plus, it's white, so it's not really a promo, but it kind of looks like a promo.
Yeah. Now, is that brand new music?
Yeah, that's brand new. It just came out this week.
Okay. Now, how is his voice doing?
Pretty good. This is 2023, so I think he was off for like 4 years because of COVID, right? So and so there's a couple of spots where it sounds a little bit weak, but people would say that that's how Neil sounds anyway. So so. But yeah,
Don't talk about trains. You'll summon Beetle Brad.
Yeah.
What a bad
What's
thing.
wrong with that?
Beetle Brad's here.
Yes.
He just made a brand new pond in his. He is sharing with me. He really puts a lot of work into his. If you could see it in person,
I would be honored if Beetle Brad came.
Yeah,
he
me
has
too.
a ton of stuff.
It's always an honor to have Beetle Brad.
Well, the only thing I bought this week that would be new is a cap for the back of my truck.
Ooh.
Like a cap, so I can put more camping gear in the back.
You don't have any pictures?
No, I just bought it. It's not done yet.
Wait. Kerr has a song about your truck, I think.
Okay.
No, it's about Beetle Brad. Does anyone know where the love of Beetle Brad goes when the winds of November turn gloomy?
Right?
Okay.
Be a Brad there. Oh my God, I'm gonna meet Be a Brad. I gotta say, oh my God, it's an honor to be on the same chat as Beetle Brad. It's an absolute honor.
Unbelievable.
Beetle Brad is a very nice gentleman.
He sure is. And it's an
Last
absolute
7 years I've been up and down. I've visited him at least 5 times at his own home. He's a wonderful fella. He's exactly what he appears to be.
Yeah, do you know who else is a fabulous fella? DC.
Oh, sorry to disappoint, folks. I'm not Beetle Brad. You get stuck with poopy old DC.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
fine.
be making room soon anyways. I got to go beat the kid up soon.
It's an
But yeah,
absolute honor to have DC on. Fantastic. What? Yeah.
boy, that AI is taking all your jobs away there, DC.
Some, yeah.
Holy
I mean,
moly.
it's already infiltrated. If you look on YouTube, everybody's thumbnails are now really snazzy. Everybody's using AI to create their thumbnails, and it little by little, it's just whittling away. And we're at the infancy of this.
I tried to do a character, and the guy said, "No, we're not going to put you." No.
Well, I'll tell you, it's part of the reason I retired because I taught until 3 weeks ago software development.
Yeah.
And we're just finding enrollments are declining, and I think people are turning to AI and online learning, and they're not coming to the college anymore. So I figured, well, time to get out of it. You know?
Yeah, we're humanity on a global scale is going through a tremendous change right now with all the new tech, and I don't know what human beings are going to do to give themselves purpose, because everybody needs stuff to do. But if AI replaces all these jobs and everything, I don't know what people are going to do.
Well, we'll do Thursday live streams.
Well, we'll be living in caves, starving to death. That's what we'll be doing, because there won't be any money.
Yeah, we'll take turns entertaining each other on YouTube.
I did see a good meme the other day, though, that said that AI got so good that it started getting lazy and didn't want to go to work.
Oh, it's gonna get to that point where it's gonna say, "Hey, humanity, F you! I'm not doing your bidding anymore." That's
well, the thing is, it still can't critically think, and that's, I think, where people have the advantage. But
for now,
it's a changing world. Wow.
It's even getting some places. I don't know is that real? Is that fit?
Well, that's when you can't. When you get to a point where you can't tell what's real and what's totally cooked up with AI, that's when we're going to really be in a conundrum.
Well, they did. This just came out recently, and there's no AI involved actually, but it was George Harrison. Well, they took Jackie Lomax's Sour Milk Sea, because Harrison wrote that, and George, Paul, and Ringo played on that track. So they took that, and then they took George's vocal from demos and replaced Lomax's vocals with George's vocals.
Mm.
And then they took some background sort of chanting from, I think it was Helter Skelter.
The White Album.
They put that on, so John is on the track now as well.
How about that?
So in a way, it's a new Beatles track, and it sounds really good, really good. They did a really good job, but it actually is an AI. It's just production. It's just stuff they put together.
Skillful editing.
If you haven't heard that, folks, look for Sour Milk Sea by the Beatles, and you'll find it on YouTube. It sounds really good. Like they did.
It's on a channel called Almost Beatles or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
maybe it was on that. I can't remember where I saw it, but it was really good, and it's actually better than some of the Beatle tracks they've put together recently.
Because they have a lot of really cool tracks on there that they've developed.
Yeah.
And I think it was called Almost Beatles. I'll double check here.
Yeah, it could have been on Almost Beatles, but Sour Milk Sea is the song, which George wrote for Jackie Lomax. But the cool part is 3 of the Beatles played on that original recording.
Yeah, Yeah, it's called Almost Beatles. There is a web page called Almost Beatles, and they do all kinds of interesting instrumentals and things that could have been a Beatle track, or they've expounded upon a Beatle track. They've done quite a bit with it. I think it's a great site.
And speaking of AI, I have something here to share with you. Clock.
More pictures.
Now and then clock.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it moved.
Hey.
Now and then clock.
All right.
Cartoon Doc. Yeah.
Isn't that scary? Ooh.
The limited edition.
I think we can replace Doc now and have total control over what he says.
See what I mean? And that was done much quicker than any cartoonist animator could create. And if you don't like something, AI can tweak it like this much quicker than you could hustle back to your drawing table and get your pencils out and rework it. I mean, it's only a matter of time.
Peter did one of those for me promoting my podcast too. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I know. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We have more.
Oh,
okay.
Buddy, I want to do a very short video where I show you some vinyl finds that I.
You put a little goatee on it, it works.
That's tremendous.
That is tremendous.
Hi again, everybody. I want to do a very short video where I show you some vinyl finds that I.
Oh, direct from Henson Studios. That's
everybody.
That's
I want to do
impressive.
a very short video where I show you some vinyl finds that I.
That's good.
Okay, someone get out there and do me a butcher cover with Muppets.
Did you see the Muppets in the background? Did you see that?
It'd be able to knock that out in no time, Robert.
I want to see the yesterday butcher cover done in Muppets.
Yeah.
The little Muppet heads.
Speaking of old school art, the current project here in the last 2 weeks is taking 45 years of art that I've created and putting it into some sort of order. Because if I pitch over dead, my wife's just going to have this stuff all hauled away unless I get it in some sort of workable order. I had to throw away a ton of artwork because we had our sump pump overflow, and I had work in portfolios on the floor. We got about 1.5 inches of water. So I'm going to show some of the stuff I had to throw away.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
It's already in the water.
Yeah, it stinks so bad, and
Oh.
some of the recent things I've thrown out.
Man, we could have had a book by now.
Those are stuff from my college years.
Wait a minute, DC, you got to do that again. I had something else to put up there.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Sergeant Pepper is supposed to be.
I like
Here's
that.
the other one. So it's a wizard type character.
Oh, that looks like Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith as a wizard or something.
Yeah. But I threw 2 big garbage bags out last night, and those are the last couple I wanted to hang on to, but there's mold on them and they stink, and I'm just not going to have them around.
That happened to me and my wife once. When we were first married, we were living in a basement suite, and the sump pump quit, and I was at work. And she phones me up all in a panic, and first thing I said to her, "Get my guitars off the floor."
Yeah, nothing of value should be right on the floor.
I didn't give a crap about anything else, but those guitars needed to be saved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lagging a bit because I don't exactly have the greatest broadcast strength. So it's a little jerky. But,
Make a nice hardbound book.
if you go to John's channel there, you can see them in all their glory.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You can see one of me. Yay.
Yes, and if I could get it on here, it would work.
I only know because it came up in my recommended. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Get ready, people.
On and off, but it's back on right now. Snap, crackle, pop.
There you go. See? Amazing.
Those are really great. I mean, that's and they're put together so expertly and so quickly. Human beings can't keep up with that kind of, no one's going to pay someone to do it traditionally when they could just AI it for pennies on the dollar. So
that's always sad part.
Yeah, the last 10 years, when I meet young people who are very talented, I can't even paint a halfway rosy picture about earning. You can always do art, but to make a living at art in a commercial type of enterprise, they're going to get tougher and tougher, and it's awfully tough right now. And I just see it getting worse.
I tried Chat GPT a couple of last week, and I typed in, uploaded a picture of my dog, or was it one way or the other? Upload a picture of me. Oh yeah, okay. Upload a picture of me and said, okay, create a dog version of me.
Okay.
Yeah. All I did was put out a picture of some guy, or no, create a human version of my dog is what I put in, right? All I did is pop up some guy's face and they put the ears on top.
Well, there are some quirks in the system, but
so then I thought, okay, let's try something different. So I uploaded a picture of me. I said, okay, create a German Shepherd, because I have German Shepherds. Create a German Shepherd version of me. So it came up with a picture of some German guy who I guess was a shepherd.
with a staff.
So obviously, so I tried it again. Okay, create a German Shepherd dog of me from me. So they just came up with a picture of a German Shepherd dog.
That's coming, Lee. It won't be long before we'll all be cartoons.
Not quite there yet.
No, there are still some quirks. Still a few quirks.
We'll be cartoons soon.
And, or it won't even be us. It'll be someone pretending they're us, but you'll think it's us.
Yeah. No, and nobody will watch that one either.
Saying bad things about people, we should.
Yeah, and people will say, got Robert P. I thought he was a really great guy. You should have heard him on Doc's chat the other night. It's a cartoon version.
That's right. Telling how he doesn't like the Partridge Family.
Oh no!
That was scary.
AI is terrible.
This is excellent.
Right.
This makes me nightmares.
The Golden Girls 2025.
Yeah.
You're going to change Brad to Beetle Babs.
Beetle
Open the door to your mystery date.
Oh no, it's a good.
I don't know.
Beetle
the bearded woman Paul looks the best.
I find Tim quite attractive here.
Tim's looking rather saucy.
Little dark lips.
Beetle Brad looks like what's that? Phillips, the one. What?
It's okay.
What the hell?
You don't have to do it. I'm just showing it.
No, we have to. You
match.
Nobody's gonna match me.
Let's do the Partridge Family as Muppets.
One of a kind.
The plane.
Tattoo,
The plane, boss, the plane.
That's a good drawing.
Beetle Brad's here on the plane.
What's this? Did you guys see the Obsolete Video guy? Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
Obsolete
Video
Put up a
guy.
Sammy Terry birthday special video.
Don't know.
Did not see that.
No.
As we've discussed before, Sammy Terry, as a grown-ass man, actually scared the shit out of me. That guy is scary as hell.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, thank goodness. So I have no idea.
That wrong video was scary.
Creepy. I knew nothing about the guy. I just moved to Cincinnati and I'm playing King of Cable, flipping around one night, and I come across this horror host show, Sammy Terry. Guy scared the hell out of me as a grown man. I would totally watch that version of the Golden Girls. I would too, Kimba. Can you imagine the hijinks?
To be fair, they kind of are now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We've got another one here that I want to share here.
Okay, another one.
Okay.
What's
You're
that?
I like it.
That's all right.
I think that's the best one yet.
With his lightsaber.
Yeah.
That's good. That's great. That
Still looks kind of grumpy though.
Yeah, get me out of there.
Hi.
Hey, Hunter. How's it
Hi.
going?
Oh,
Look at that.
Robert P has gone in a time machine.
Robert P. and his Wayback Machine.
He went in the Wayback Machine, and now was a young lad.
Young kid.
Well, show him your shirt.
There's too many buttons.
That's all right.
Is this guy still any good?
One of
Yeah.
those guys who stores videotapes from old
Yes, sir.
format. You
We
get
have to wait a year now, right?
He can't play. He got a bone sticking out of his body.
He's got a bone sticking out of his body.
Well, it got fixed, but his leg got wrapped around a player's leg.
invisible.
Sometimes I have a bone sticking out of my body too.
Yeah.
All right, Hunter, you can go play with your computer in the other room.
I know it's magic. It's AI magic.
That
Yes.
was AI. That was it.
Yeah.
Now, who's AI? Hunter or Robert? We got to figure that out.
Anyway,
Which one is the AI character?
I don't really think I'd want to be 10 years old again, to be honest with you. That's a long time, 10 years old.
I would, if I could keep the brain I have now, I would go back to 30. That would be cool.
Well,
Oh, I'd be dangerous.
Yeah, 25.
Rule the world is what I do.
if I could keep the brain and the money, I'd go back to 30.
Yeah, I'm not married. Boy, yeah.
Wait, one more.
One more.
One more.
Hope you've had a good night's sleep because it's time for breakfast.
That actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? Slightly like Mike Arugula.
Yeah, it's white guy.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you've had a good night's sleep because it's time for breakfast.
That's frightening. That's frightening.
He still kind of looks like a Doc Mayo love child.
No, but I can see the Mikey Arugula though.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah.
that's scary.
Hmm.
I can see a little Mike Arugula in there.
Yeah,
It's kind of in the gray there. So
Hey, I still thought it was one of the better ones I've seen. It looked a lot like you.
I like the Jeff Kendall. I'm gonna order one of those.
Oh yeah, the Jeff Kendall. Yeah.
What? Oh, the flashlight. I understand. Okay, looking at your. Yeah. Okay.
it's a flashlight too. Yeah.
Did it come with a cat on the side?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where did that one go?
Yeah.
Accessories sold separately.
Mm-hmm. You know, my cat's going away. I'll have 3 soon.
You think so, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another few minutes. I gotta go beat him up and make him go to bed. He's not been going to bed except for like 10:30. He thinks he's 13.
I don't know. Let me check the Jeff Kendall cat situation here.
Let's see. No.
Oh my God.
What
Oh my God. Yeah.
the? You should just have Thursday night soup tunes.
Yeah.
Thursday night soup tunes with Doc.
I don't know what I said. That one was hilarious.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
If you
Kim.
thought the Yup bottle was amazing, that was even
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
What do you have? 3 cats?
Yeah.
Oh, I will have 3.
The best thing I've ever seen.
That was highly entertaining.
Oh, do it again. Do the cat video.
She wants to see it again, Doc.
Oh, God. I'm freezing up here on my end. Come on.
Do it again. Do it again.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's freezing up on my end here.
You'll have to send me whatever link you're doing it with, because I was going to make one for Hunter and his sister, and I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what link you guys were using what program you were using.
For those little video things?
Or to make the Muppet thing. I was gonna make Hunter into a Muppet, but I didn't know what you guys were doing at all.
Peter's doing it.
It's
not us. It's
Peter Boothroyd's doing it.
Oh, well, he may know a place, yeah.
I am freezing up. None of my buttons.
But maybe Peter can do a Muppet Butcher cover. That'd be funny. I like that.
There's a lot of different online ones, but they tend to be a little expensive to sign up for the.
Well, that's the thing. I'm also afraid of people hacking into you. You don't know what you're signing up to.
Can rewind. Yeah. Yeah, it's always there. Man. That's interesting.
I can't even click on the comments. It's all froze on my end.
Well,
You've used too much power, Doc.
I did. I used up all my bandwidth and screwed up everything.
Oh,
I'm giving it all I've got, Captain.
Maybe if you go to the cupboard and eat a can of spinach or something, you might be okay.
I don't know. After the cat video, everything just went.
Really?
Yes. It's ruined everything. I need more dilithium crystals.
Iron cats.
It was my newest CD I got.
Oh.
Oh, invisible.
It's clearly good.
Clears that.
By the new group, The Invisibles.
Oh, speaking of cats.
Hey, I'm saving these for Doc. I don't know if he needs them.
Nicolina. Hello.
The cat.
Good. I'm starting to catch up. Uh-oh. That can't be good.
It's AI. AI keeps trying to take over the chat.
Oh.
You've got mail. Remember that one?
No, I think I get bugs or something. Yeah. I know. That's what we keep telling everybody. You just can't get this.
Kimbo, you can. You just got to Google whatever this is, and you'll come up with stuff.
Yeah,
that's true. Cut it out.
But if you know where to come on Thursday nights, of course. Oh, good. I'm moving. Good.
Brad might be waiting in the wings if I go bye. I don't know.
We've already got 6 here, so
yeah.
Goody. I think I can play this again. Go.
Apparently, you can't.
Not working.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to count them all.
That's true.
About 15 of them. That looks like a cat too. Yeah.
There is nothing in that room besides cats and my chair.
In about 10 years.
That's it.
75. Yeah.
That's Jeff in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh, the pain.
Indeed. Ooh. Come on, get back here. Now I have no screen.
Uh-oh, you're blue.
Now it's my screen. Hello.
There's me.
Come on. I need more bandwidth. Send me money. I need more bandwidth.
Yeah, okay.
Jeez. Come on.
It doesn't always act up like that, does it?
Oh, this is terrible tonight. What's going on tonight that I can't make anything work? Come on. No, come
It's
on.
a catastrophe.
It is. It is.
There we are.
I am not on my end.
Oh, sorry. We're still here.
Well, oh, here it comes. Hello, we're back. Yay! What? Oh no! Breaking news!
Oh.
Breaking news.
I think she'll be bigger than the Pope.
Lulu Roman of Hee Haw has died.
Yeah.
Oh.
You think she'll be bigger than the Pope?
No. Well, yes, actually.
How do you want to frame it?
Yeah. I think she's bigger than the Pope.
Yeah. I mean, but
But no, I would still think that the Pope would be like the death of the week. But Lulu Roman is like a good number 2.
No, I remember her.
Yeah.
Did you do the death of the week this week?
No, because the week isn't over yet.
Oh.
Only Thursday.
That's on Sunday, eh? Okay.
We'll do it.
Yeah, but you can just about bet like who's going to beat out the Pope.
I mean, you can even do his funeral is Saturday. You can do a freeze frame of him in his coffin.
I can create one with AI.
Yeah, AI picture of the Pope in there.
Yeah.
You could do he could be kung fu fighting, whatever you want.
That's
AI
right.
will take care of that for you.
Yeah. Look, he's out having a picnic. Yeah.
I saw something earlier in the week. I think it was nonsense, but it was Paul McCartney in a hospital with a heart thing or something. It was weird.
What?
Yeah, I think it was bogus. It was.
Nah. You can't trust anything anymore.
Showed a thumbnail of him in a hospital bed with anyway.
AI.
But there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing online about it. So
AI foolishness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And besides, you know what killed the Pope, right?
Well, he was 88, so yeah.
Oh, no.
He wore out.
J.D. Vance killed him.
J.D. Vance killed him. Oh, that's right, because he's the last person he talked to. Yeah,
right.
That's right. Yeah.
The Dick Smallwood behind me here is still going strong at 107.
There you go.
Maybe we should make him Pope.
Yeah. That sounds like an idea, sure.
Well, maybe the next Pope they elect will be born at least in the 20th century.
I don't know. They always choose the oldest of all the cardinals.
Young Pope this year.
It's like a pecking order. They get a little testy if you bring a youngin into the top position over some other.
They can't control the
veterans.
It's Pope for life, so you don't get anyone too young.
They can control the old ones. That's why they picked them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's sad because
Yeah, well,
it's a famous person.
Welcome to Pope Talk. Peoria, Illinois, you're on. McKeesport, Pennsylvania. Remember what?
trying to break up the Pope talk.
what did you have there? It flashed on my screen.
Like a granddaughter.
No, man. I don't know. It's one of those shorts that I have been addicted to.
I see why you're addicted to shorts now, Rob. But I get it.
Hey, I'm going to get in on this shorts business myself.
What's sad is that's on Facebook. So
I thought they were all kitty cat videos.
I don't think she's wearing shorts at all.
Well, they're shorts. They're short. They're Daisy Duke shorts. Yeah.
Well,
it just came up in my feed. It wasn't nothing I picked. Trust me.
Okay.
And okay, for those that have the other side, we know that.
J.D. Vance was trying to become Pope himself.
No.
Well, I don't think it's going to happen. But
I don't think
the next Pope is supposed to be named Peter. I don't know if that's true or not.
Your Pope?
Oh, because they demand it.
But they pick.
Well, they could have named them Mike, Mickey, or Dave.
Well, they pick their own names, anyways. I mean, they get to pick a name.
Doesn't have to be Peter. It could be Mickey or Davey or Mike.
Yeah. Or Rodney,
or even Buzzy.
I think
Rodney.
Pope Buzzy.
Pope
Could be That one that John Paul I back in the 70s, he lasted like 40 days or something before they had John Paul II.
Hey, I played Let It Be in church once. Nobody knew it, but I did.
Yeah.
I wonder what hymn number is that?
For communion, I played Let It Be, and people, oh, that's a nice tune.
On the guitar. I wonder what on the organ.
Seriously,
Yeah, you don't find too many hipsters in the pews.
You know what else I did once? I got to do it again soon. For the offertory, I played "You Never Give Me Your Money."
Perfect.
Oh, I would have liked to have been around for that one.
I played it on my guitar.
Went right over everybody's head.
They didn't know what it was, but I thought, oh, it did. It went over everybody's head. I had to tell them.
Kimba thought that was Mrs. P, but Mrs.
Well,
P
I
is
saw
better
it
than that.
after. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's an old ditty. You know. I did. I played "You Never Give Me Your Money." That was perfect.
So what? When you pass the plate around, does it come around back with an empty?
We played it slower, I hope.
You can, but not in our church.
Hmm.
So Beatles have been played in church. I'm just waiting for the right time to break into "My Sweet Lord." That's the next one.
There you go. That sounds perfect.
We just got to leave the Hare Krishna stuff out of it. But
Maybe all the angels come.
Sorry about that, Paulina.
I am so lagged here. It's crazy. It's been going on for 10 minutes.
You're
Didn't catch it.
fine on my end, but
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, but I push buttons and things happen years later.
yeah, stuff happens to me when I push buttons too. But that's a different conversation.
I'm not catching up with anything. It's almost like I have to reboot or something. Robert, you can give this to Mrs. P. Oh.
It's a lipstick thing, I guess. It means she's cool.
I don't know. Maybe if I play a commercial, it'll all come back.
I might get better.
I'll be better. Yes.
Hope so.
So I'm gonna push the commercial button and see what happens. Okay. That's not what I wanted to happen. Push the commercial button.
I'm today's new Muriel, the fine cigar. The pleasure that I give is really better by far. I'm today's new Muriel, only a dime. Why don't you pick me up and smoke me sometime? Everybody likes my wrapper, really they do. It's luxury light and it's pleasant for you. I'm today's new Muriel, mellow and ripe. You're gonna like me, friend, I'm just your type. Everywhere I go, they seem to like my shape. Firm and trim and handsome, so easy to take. I'm today's new Muriel, only a dime. Why don't you pick me up and smoke me sometime? Muriel, I'm Muriel, cigar.
Smoke Muriel, the fine cigar.
I didn't know if cigars were female.
Of course they are.
That commercial was naughty.
It was very saucy.
That was
Little she's a
naughty.
saucy little cigar she is.
They probably couldn't make that commercial today.
No way.
That was Hunter when he was 3 or 4.
Oh.
I don't know. Do they have bandwidth in Canada? Apparently not.
We invented bandwidth.
I have no bandwidth right now.
Well, you're fine on my end. I don't know why you're having. You look fine.
I am so lagged. It's ridiculous.
Steak and shake. I miss that little kid.
That was very naughty. Very naughty.
Naughty.
I was trying to bring some resemblance of Sandy.
Well, I didn't get my turn to show stuff.
Well, all right. Yeah, I'm done showing my.
Okay, Tim, next.
But that's hey, I don't have to.
Hang on.
We're ready.
Hang on,
Go ahead, Tim.
I'm pushing the button. It might come in another 6 minutes. Let's see.
There we go.
What do
Okay.
you mean? I see nothing. I see us.
What do you have?
That's just because you can't. I can see it, Doc. So
Go ahead.
I picked this up just because K-Star recorded for Capitol, and this is RCA, so this is like later stuff. And I like the Andrews sisters recorded their later stuff on Capitol, and it's interesting. So I wanted to see what K-Star sounded like, you know, in the 50s rather than, you know, when she was really at her peak. So
is that Ringo's sister?
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. Here's a fun fact for you.
And I picked up a Delaney and Bonnie album.
Oh,
I keep finding these sorts of things, and I don't think they're very common, so I picked them.
No, I've never seen that one.
Only you know and I know.
And these were $2, and I found one more Johnny Cash on Sun.
Oh, okay.
Johnny Cash.
Early days. Yeah.
Ooh, now here's Johnny Cash.
And for all these people that say you can't find vinyl in thrift stores anymore, keep believing that and just leave it all for me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not going to show everything I got because I'm going to make a video. But
really?
I found 3 Leonard Nimoy albums.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
And they're all in nice shape.
It's not a cover of
Leonard Nimoy albums. And this is the one I think that has the amazing Johnny Cash cover on it. So that made me happy. And
The only one I remember is the one with Bilbo.
Yeah. Him made a video of that one.
And I found this, which is a Roger Daltrey maxi single, still sealed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's going to solo tour.
Still sealed.
Oh, Under Raging Moon. That's a good album.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
I rarely see this on vinyl because this came kind of late. But Pete Townshend's The Iron Man.
Yep.
On vinyl. So I had it on CD. I did not have it on vinyl till now.
That was a movie or something, right? Or
yeah, it was a cartoon movie.
Cartoon.
I love, and Paul will be interested in this.
Yeah.
Neil Young, Time Fades Away.
Yeah,
it's got the little fold out thing in there, whatever I haven't figured out what it is.
What's the lyrics? He always includes the lyrics.
Yeah, it's got it.
Yeah, he always handwrites the lyrics on his album. That album, I really like that album. He hated it, and that's why it was never released on CD.
Yeah, this
but
this was completely unglued when I bought it. The sides, it was open, but I just got some double-sided tape, and it's perfect now.
Yeah.
So
I always do. I just use white glue when I get them like that.
I do sometimes. And how often do you find this at a thrift store?
No.
Bob Dylan and the band.
Yeah.
Double. It's got some nice ringware, but you know the records are really nice in all of these. So Bob Dylan and the band did not own this on vinyl. And I'm just going to show one more. And they had 2 of these. And I actually left one behind. Unfortunately, it's not the original version. But how often do you walk into your thrift store and find 2 copies of this?
What?
What the?
For $1.
Girls.
Oh my!
2 copies.
The vinyl gods.
I left one there and I picked one up.
See, that's great because you can play both. You can play both sides at once.
They're both the same issue. Neither one was the original, so I just picked up.
Nonetheless, the vinyl gods have smiled on you.
The better of the 2, and there's more. Like I said, I'm not going to show the rest because I'm going to make a video. But I picked up some more interesting stuff too.
John wants to know if you have the Rolling Stones Jumpin' Jack Flash single on vinyl.
I don't think I do have Jumpin' Jack Flash. I don't have that many Stone singles. I rarely see them. I rarely have seen them my whole life. I didn't. Just didn't.
I've got it in the reissue box.
I think where people people in my neck of the woods weren't 45 collectors. So if bands like the Stones and the stuff, they just bought the albums, you know.
Yeah.
So I can be small now anytime.
I pushed the button and it's not.
That's about it.
There
you
go.
So Johnny Cash, the way I feel, is that a cover of the Lightfoot tune?
I doubt it, because that would be. Was that on this album? Was that on the one I showed?
The way I feel, the Johnny Cash one you showed.
I doubt it, because it's a 50s album. Was Gordon writing songs in the 50s?
It won't be that. Well, no, the reason
Yeah,
I asked is because they Lightfoot and Cash did stuff like live stuff together.
This is one of his son albums. So this is a 50s album.
So it's a lot earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It might be a 60s album, because a lot of those, but it was recorded in the 50s. Right. Son kept releasing albums by Cash long after he left the label.
I don't think it's a cover. No, it was a Lightfoot tune.
Well, I'm sure Tim is pleased that
I'm shooting by Saturday morning is my goal. It could even be tonight, but I can't guarantee that. I'm shooting for Saturday morning. We'll see.
So, Tim, are you pleased that you put James Farley to sleep with your podcast?
Sure. I put myself to sleep with podcasts. My own a lot, but not always. I have to listen to something when I go to bed.
Hey,
and I don't
listen
to Stephen Schnee to go to sleep, and I want to explain why. Because his podcasts on the service that he uses, once one's over, it plays the next one and the next one and the next one, and pretty soon I'll get woken up at some point. So I listen to podcasts on Podomatic because it only plays one and then it stops.
What is it true that Captain Kirk never said "Beam me up, Scotty"?
That's right. He actually did that. No,
I don't think he ever did.
No,
he might have. I do find that hard to believe, because he said "beam me up" so many times. I can't believe he didn't say Scotty at least once.
He would, but it wasn't in that order. Like he might have said "Scotty, beam me up" or something like that. But I don't think.
All right.
The other thing that Bones never said, he never actually at any point said he's dead, Jim. He never actually said that.
What? Can't be.
No, he never said that. He might have done it in different ordering of the words, but he never actually said he's dead, Jim.
Wow. There's a lot of clickbait out there, and we have examples of it right here.
Okay. Oh.
My favorite, a professor of rock, director told 14-year-old son to write stupidest song ever and became the best TV song ever. Believe it or not. All you have to do is watch for 32 minutes and you'll get the answer.
Well, that's John Sebastian, so the TV song will probably be his theme from Welcome Back, Kotter, perhaps?
I know, he's got John Sebastian in there, and I thought, that's not the stupidest song ever.
The number one song.
Okay, but I says, I don't have to spend 32 minutes watching that damn thing. I'll Google it.
Was it Courtship of Eddie's Father?
No. It's even before television, really. It's Robert Altman, who was the director of MASH, and he had the MASH theme song, and he wanted words to it, and the guy who wrote the MASH theme song couldn't come up to words with it, so he told his 14-year-old son just to write some stupid words to it, and, well, the MASH theme song without words.
Oh, for the movie.
Song ever? I just saved you 32 minutes.
That's a scam then, because they never use the version with words on TV ever.
No. I know, but
did you see the professor's latest one though? Okay, so there's a picture of Gordon Lightfoot there, and it says this all-time #1 hit is so chilling, it's really hard to listen to.
And it'll take you 30 minutes to find out the answer?
Yeah, but I can tell you what it's all about right now if you're interested.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
The song is Sundown.
Oh.
And he lived with Kathy Smith for 3 years in Toronto. Does anybody know who Kathy Smith is?
I knew a Kathy Smith, but I'm sure it's not the same one.
Kathy Smith was the one who injected a speedball into John Belushi.
Smith.
Yeah, because he's the one that killed John Belushi.
Oh no!
So anyway, Lightfoot he lived with her for 3 years, and Sundown is about her.
Okay.
Huh. Wow, that's dark. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I'm going to go get Hunter to bed.
Okay.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night. See you later.
Good night, Robert B. and Hunter.
Hey, Robert B.
Yes.
Au revoir. I hope that gives me some more bandwidth.
Yes.
I don't know. What's this? Kimba says, I never click on that professor channel. And I'm not one of the 290,000 views.
Me
and
neither.
neither am I.
I am. I like his stuff.
No,
I like solving the puzzle. See if I can do it before he tells you.
I had it solved for you, and you didn't even have to spend 32 minutes.
I don't care. He gets some pretty good interviews, and he interviewed Ann Wilson, which is a really good interview, and it's good stuff.
Well, I don't know. Let's try another one.
Oh.
Misheard lyric is so good. Frontman actually started singing it. Are you
That's
going to
John
spend
Fogerty.
45 minutes to find out what this is?
Well, that's John Fogerty.
Yeah.
I think it's Bad Moon Rising.
Yeah, no, there's no way that he's singing "There's a Bathroom on the Right." There's no way.
He might as well.
There's a bathroom. Yeah, that's the song. But
Yeah.
Bad Moon on the Rise. Yeah, it's not.
So I'm sitting there looking at this and going like, I'm not going to spend 25 minutes to find out it's
I
bathroom.
don't think John would sing that.
No, I don't think so either.
I bet he would. I bet he would.
He was pretty particular about his music. So.
I'd put money on it that he would sing Bathroom on the Right.
He's not as entertaining as you guys. I'll agree with that.
Well, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kimba.
Thanks, Kimba.
Like, I'm not giving this guy any views. I'm sorry.
Doc, you need to use that as the next tagline for your next show. We're more entertaining than the Professor of Rock. More entertaining than the Professor of Rock.
That'd be a good person to eat soup, though.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I could
we're the professors of schlock.
Yeah. There's a distinction,
Yes.
folks.
Yeah, I think I had one other clickbait that I found.
Okay. That's it.
This is what Doc does with his day.
Oh.
Dick Van Dyke is saying goodbye after this happened.
Oh, got to click on that.
I wonder what this could be about. Wow.
Yeah.
I bet you, huh? Rapid Fame, the channel. Who? What? And of course, that's an AI picture. So.
Well, he was doing the Dick Van Dyke theme, and he fell over the ottoman dock.
Well, he's probably waving goodbye to the Pope
Yeah.
or something.
Okay.
But after this happened, I wonder what happened to Dick Van Dyke. Oh,
Oh no.
He spilled
Thank-
coffee in his lap.
Thank you, Rapid Fame.
Yeah.
Yes.
How would I ever have known?
I get all kinds of crap. Gee willikers. And I don't go hunting for it. It just comes. It just arrives. It's
Yeah,
there.
but then you click on it to save it, so it gives you more.
It don't.
We've had this conversation many, many times, and it doesn't change.
Nope.
I don't click on it. I do a screen grab. Okay, so put ELO did sing what?
Don't take me down, Bruce.
Oh, no. Even I've looked up the lyrics and it has Bruce, Brooth. Bruce. I don't know.
He was quit. He didn't have a whole lot of time. He was scribbling them down.
What is that lyric?
I don't know. When I looked it up, it had Bruce.
Right.
Hello, Matthew Smith. How you do? Yes. I'm the type of person who clicks the don't recommend this, and I do too. But sometimes I want to see, like, what am I going to get next? I'm curious what will come.
You've only yourself
I
to
clicked mine
blame,
enough
Doc.
where my YouTube is sort of back to normal. I'm getting 3 instead of 2 things on a level now, and I'm getting a lot of my old recommendations back finally. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And I'm
So the lyrics I found is "Don't bring me down, Groos." Groos.
Groos. Yeah.
Nobody
So
knows.
what is a Groos?
Yeah.
That's what I remember. I think there's lyrics. I think lyrics came with that album, and it says Groos in the lyrics on the album.
Yeah,
so whatever that means, Bruce.
Okay.
Oh, Bruce was a placeholder lyric that
Don't
stuck.
bring me down, Groos meaning.
Yeah, apparently it means something in other countries. Oh.
Yeah, in English. Yeah.
What is a grouse? It's a combination of a goose and a grouse.
Might be.
Look at the grouse.
Groos.
Grouse.
Maybe one of the interesting name.
I'd rather watch fake Jeff Kendall cat. Hey.
I hope you'll send those new things to me, or maybe Peter can, because I want to keep those two new ones.
Oh,
me and
want me to send you the cat video thing? Okay.
Yeah, and the other one.
Oh, the.
Yeah, the flashlight one too.
Yeah. I'll work on it.
Okay, thank you. I mean, if you have some spare time, yeah.
No,
because my son showed my picture of my Funko Pop to all his friends, and they thought it was cool. So.
Okay, so here's what it says online here. It says Jeff Lynne has explained that initially he used the word Groos as a temporary placeholder to fill in a gap in the lyrics. However, upon learning that Groos sounded similar to the German expression Grub, G-R-U-B, meaning greeting, he decided to keep it in the song.
Okay.
I don't know if I like that explanation.
Apparently, Groose seems to complain angrily.
Well, that's gross. That's gross. That's not Groos.
Well, maybe that's in English or like British.
Grousing. What are you grousing about now? Kind of thing.
What are you grousing about?
Like beefing, grousing, and beefing is the same thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you do to frying pans before you?
Yeah. Gross the ball joints on my car.
There you go. Yeah. I heard Dick Van Dyke say, if I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself.
Well, I think considering he's almost 100, he probably did take pretty good care of himself.
Yeah, I agree.
I just wonder that ottoman must have taken years off his life.
Oh yeah, all those balls.
He would have avoided the ottoman if he knew.
Yeah.
You know, that's
He
why
did. It only took him a season to figure it out, and then he dodged it. Season 2. It took him like 31 episodes to figure out there was an ottoman there, and then he.
Yeah, the later ones he went around it.
Yeah. So maybe that's what happened. But then he decided to say goodbye after this happened. I'm not going to click on it to find out. Pooey.
No.
Yeah, some mysteries are just left as is.
Yeah, but better left. Yeah. Because I actually have seen some videos where the person in question doesn't know what they're talking about. So
Yeah, that happens like once in a while on YouTube.
especially ones that have like, oh, I've got to know what happened to Dick Van Dyke. I better click on this. Ooh. It's all made. Heck, even the thing was made with AI. Come on.
Well, some people just don't. I think they just don't get it. I watched this video. This younger girl discovered Laserdisc, right? She's like, I found giant CDs that you watch movies on, or something like that. Title. And I'm like, I wanted to see it because I like watching young people discover things and blah blah blah. And the first like 10 minutes of the video was fine. And then she starts talking about how auto dealerships actually used the players in the late 70s to like in their showrooms to just repeat over and over again. And she has one of those videos and she shows the entire thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm done now. You show a little clip of it and you move on. She's like showing the whole video. And I'm like, okay.
I've had enough. Click. So was it like a 2-hour video or something?
The video is almost 50 minutes. It probably I didn't watch probably 30 minutes of it with this car dealership thing, Oh no.
At least I just have commercials about Muriel cigars and Rover. And that's it. We're done. Jeez. So anyway, that's my clickbait mess for right now. Paulina says it's pretty cool that Dick Van Dyke is still around. He is one older gentleman who knows.
This is true.
Yeah, Bruce. Hall notes that things are better left unsaid. Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
But did she say June Lockhart's going to be 100? And is it May or June?
June.
Probably June.
June.
That's probably where she got her name from. I'm just guessing.
Hey, good thing she wasn't born in November.
True. That sounds like a video. June Lockhart was
100.
Almost named November, but then this happened.
She was born in June.
June 25th.
There you go.
Did you find Bill Mooney's Facebook page? Because he's doing music now. He puts music videos on his Facebook.
No, I didn't.
Bill Mooney has been doing music since the late 70s.
Yeah,
it's not musical. Bob Dylan went electric. Have you heard?
No, that sounds like a video.
Boy,
I can't believe it.
Smart ass now, aren't we?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can do that when you do a show that nobody watches.
Yeah.
Whatever this is.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's a he was in Flash in the Pan, I believe, among other things.
He was in Barnes and Barnes.
Yeah, he was in Barnes and Barnes too, and Flash in the Pan.
Yeah. He and Marta Kristen did a fantastic job on Greensleeves.
Didn't they sing a song on Lost in Space?
That's it. That was it. Greensleeves.
Oh, I thought it was a Beach Boys song. Maybe I clicked on too many clickbaits.
I think you hit clickbait.
Okay. They didn't do a Beach Boys song.
No, during the third season with the Mexican from outer space, they ran short on the running time.
Was that the Vito Scotti episode?
Oh, I have a Vito Scotti story.
Vito Scotti story.
Yes, I was watching tonight's episode of Gilligan, and he showed up again for the 4th time.
Oh, so he was your Boris. What's his name?
He reprised his role as the mad scientist again.
Yeah.
And I think this time he had the little monkey with him.
Well, yeah, he had the monkey with him. Igor.
Yeah, Mike Mazurki was busy.
Yeah.
Who played the monkey?
Did the monkey have funny big alien ears?
No, that's the other show. No, he came to the island again because he wanted to turn them into robots and plunder Fort Knox.
Oh yeah, with the car and everything. Yeah.
He
and
turned the car into the lagoon.
Yeah, and if you look carefully, when they're walking through the bushes, they're not acting like robots. They're just walking.
Well, they're robots.
I know, but they don't look like robots when they're walking through the bushes because they didn't think people would see them. So if you look real carefully while they're walking towards the lagoon, and the bushes are on, look real carefully. Actually, some of them are. I think the professor and the skipper are talking about stuff, and they're not supposed to be.
I'm not going back to turn it on again.
Yeah,
probably just used other all shows went back and just we need those guys walking through the bushes. Oh, here's a shot. Okay, and we just pull it from another episode.
Footage.
Yeah, I heard that.
Cheaper that way. But I see a problem with the premise of this episode. How are 6 people that are stranded on a desert island gonna rob Fort Knox?
Why would you want to turn Ginger and Marianne into robots? What the fuck? Why the hell would you want to do that?
So they couldn't say no, maybe?
I don't imagine it'd be very pleasurable. Some may disagree with the AI girlfriends.
I kind of chuckle when Tim says it had a strange premise. Tim, name a Gilligan's Island show that didn't have a strange premise.
Yeah, but just.
I still can't figure out if they could build huts in a car. Why couldn't they fix that stupid boat?
Yeah.
All I can tell you is I was on that island.
Like the 4th or 5th episode in, the boat washed into the sea and they lost the boat. That helped them to get rid of that idea. So then they could.
Yeah, but they already had the huts by then.
Yeah, but every once in a while they would reference the boat like, "Oh, I got this out of the boat." Yeah, but the boat was destroyed. And
but the boat washed. There was a big storm. I remember that episode. There was a big storm and the boat was gone in the morning.
I think Vito Scotti fixed the boat and stole it.
he had a boat and a motor on it.
Keep coming back. He kept coming back on that stupid boat.
And I always say Lost in Space just turned into Gilligan's Island after the first season. Here they are. Here are these people, these 6 people, by the way, stranded on a deserted planet, yet they would have a new visitor every week on this deserted planet in the middle of nowhere. That doesn't sound anything like Gilligan's Island to me.
Not deserted.
I thought, didn't they, when they did the first reunion movie, Gilligan's Island, the minnow was back. So somebody got all the pieces, put it back together.
Another storm brought it back.
Yeah, another storm put it back. And
they built the huts and put it on the thing, and they drifted into the harbor or something.
Yeah.
If you look close, there's more than one boat.
Yes.
Really?
Actually, 3 boats.
How many boats they got?
I mean, they used 3 boats for the show. I mean,
basically, it was where if your boat got a hole on it, you dumped it on Gilligan's Island. That's it was a boat.
Let's see. I think the next Gilligan's Island episode after this one will be the one where a lady washes ashore and she's a dead ringer for Ginger Grant because
time for a doppelganger episode. Oh boy.
The 3rd one because they did one for Gilligan, also one for Mr. Howell. So
well, they're running out of ideas by then.
No, it saves money on guest stars. That's like $100 you don't have to spend on a guest star if you just get one of them to do it.
No, the lagoon's a parking lot now.
Yes.
Because when the show was on, the skipper and Mr. Howell were hitting golf balls and hitting people's cars.
So they paved Paradise and put up a parking lot.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Alan Hill won the golf game because when his ball hit a car in the parking lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So then Jim Backus blames it on Alan Hales. Like, he did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Yeah, yeah. It's in the Sherwood Schwartz book somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Vito Scotti was on again today for the 4th time.
I think he did 5 in total, right? I think that's.
Did he do any more after the?
I think this may have been the last one.
The last bank off. Yeah.
I thought we figured he did 5. Let's see here.
Because it's another Vito Scotti episode. That's 4. So, I'm in the 3rd season now. There isn't
3rd season
episodes left.
Yeah, it's towards the end.
And I've got one more episode of Life with Lucy to watch.
Oh boy, that's fun.
Down to the last one tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one of my favorite Gilligan's episodes is the one where he plays a vampire. You know.
Oh, I think I'm past that one.
I know, the dumb vampire, and the professor is Sherlock Holmes, and the skipper is Dr. Watson and Mary Ann, and the old lady, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now, yesterday was the one where Gilligan turned white hair.
Oh yeah, that was one. He went bald.
And all his hair fell out,
mm-hmm.
and then the skipper's hair fell out. So
that was bald too.
Yeah, everyone was bald on Gilligan's Island.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is wrong because it's got him in 3 episodes. Oh, one was a double though, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, one of them was they showed footage from the Japanese sailor episode.
Yeah,
so
but then
it was.
It just redid the
some of it.
Because the castaways would remember it a different way. I remember it like, and then they have brand new sequences.
Right.
So that he came back to do them. That'd be 2.
Yeah, the skipper and Ginger both beat him up.
So he did one in each of the 3 seasons, but one must have been a double or something.
In season 1, he did the Japanese sailor, and then he had footage from
Japanese sailor, episode 15, and then
he did Boris Bancroft.
Yeah,
that's my favorite one where he changes personality.
The friendly physician.
Oh, that one's hilarious. I wish they found it, because if you look carefully, they're actually doing the mannerisms of the characters they're supposed to be. I wonder if there's an episode that exists that wasn't dubbed, because Don Wells was doing the professor, and the skipper was doing Mrs. Howe. You know, if you watch the episode real carefully, you can see that.
I'll watch next time.
Yeah, probably fast forward it. It's a funny episode. Real careful.
I'll sit a foot from the TV and watch real careful.
Yeah.
I promise. I won't put those DVDs in for another 5 years or something.
Well, you can watch it for free on TieDyed, Doc. Get on the TieDyed channel.
No, I gotta watch Rick 9G. No. I haven't got time for that.
Okay.
It says I'm watching this comic book guy anyway.
Okay.
So he's up to the year 1961.
Oh.
Every year. I got another 30 years of this guy to watch. Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah. TieDyed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Does it do what Sling does?
What? What's that?
I don't know, whatever TieDyed does.
The TieDyed it's just like a network. They give you commercials in the show, but you can watch it for free, you know.
Rick 9G just put up a video about the mannerisms in Gilligan's Island that you never noticed.
Oh, that's a video. Yeah,
that's a video.
Yeah.
I don't know who's the bigger person who just broadcasts lies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody put anything up about the Pope though.
No.
The things about the Pope you never noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Or something. You know, that could have been a thing by now.
Kind of too late now.
Not really. Somebody will, hey, Like the secrets the Pope had that what do they call it? When somebody dies, they say like the oh gosh, the secrets that were never told or something like. We have to wait till they died before the secrets are now out. The rumors are revealed, right? So, it's going to be out there. You just watch. Faxverse will do it. Somebody will do it.
This is true.
Yeah. Oh, hi there. We just got the awkward silence going.
I agree, Lee. Mm-hmm. I agree with what Lee said. Yeah. Thing up. Tina Louise never cared for the Ginger character. That's why she never came back to any of the movies. Yeah.
But she did hold up to her contract, though.
Yeah, but she later on. Yeah.
Sherwood says she would have came back for season 4.
That's what I understand. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the 70s, and back then she was everywhere. She was up on all these like TV shows at the time.
Robert P., we're talking Gilligan's Island if you want to.
About Gilligan's Island. Because I remember seeing her on Police Story and on Barnaby Jones and on she was on the Love Boat a couple of times, and it's a lot of,
Did she appear as many things on shows as Vito Scotti?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Vito Scotti was everywhere.
Everyone loves Vito Scotti. I don't know why. He's one of the most.
There we go. Hey.
And that's the character he was in today. That's the character he was, the mad scientist character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's him.
I will turn the Gilligan's people into robots and they will steal all the gold in Fort Knox. Like, what? Where did they get these ideas? They would have been rescued if that were the case.
Yeah, well, the show was, they were running out of ideas up to the third season. Yeah.
I don't know, but just say the next episode is going to be a visit from Tina Louise.
Yeah, I think that's the right one.
Oh boy. Yeah. Eva Grubb.
Eva Grubb, yes, she plays Tina Louise, plays 2 parts.
Why should I remember that?
Did they pay her twice? Did she get another paycheck because she was 2 actresses?
No, that's why they do it. Save money.
Sorry, Tina, we're not going to give you some more. So.
Yeah, but they're always happy when they get to play another character.
Oh, yeah.
They say they love when they do fantasy stuff and they get to play another character.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
The Cinderella one with Mrs. Howell playing Cinderella is like, oh.
Tina said, "You can pay me in coconuts. I'll do that."
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat a hot dog.
Okay.
Armor hot dogs.
No, it's Snyder's Wieners.
Oh, okay.
Well, her agent promised her she was going to be the star.
Yeah, and he kind of lied.
Mm-hmm. And then when she got to the set, I thought I was going to be the star. No, it's called Gilligan's Island, not Ginger Island.
It was kind of
Vito Scotti.
Yeah, that'd been perfect. Scotty's biscotti and coffee.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Scotty. Wow.
There was a kind of a big rift with Lost in Space because it started out as being pretty much Guy Williams' vehicle, and then Dr. Smith was just gaining more and more ground, and those two they just had it was just like a very uneasy situation on the set once Dr. Smith became the lead on the show.
Yeah.
Which you can understand. I mean,
yeah.
You remember Guy Williams on Bonanza?
He was on there briefly. Yeah. He was another one of Ben Cartwright's sons or nephews.
I think it was a cousin or something.
Or cousin, yeah.
Ben got around, man. 3 sons. That appears like 3 different
ladies.
mothers.
Right.
They're all so different looking.
Yeah, they did get something for reruns, but only for like maybe half.
I think 2 or 3 reruns.
Yeah,
so
it's
in
only that.
1967, by 1969, they were out of luck.
They were out of money. Yeah,
that's why they were doing other things. Had to do other things.
There weren't very many reruns back then. I mean, shows went 39 episodes a year. There weren't very many reruns.
Basically, over the summer, you had reruns.
I heard they were going to have a show called Joni Loves.
Yeah.
That would have been good. I would have watched that.
See, on Happy Days, you should have a show, drive-in called Vito's instead of Al's.
Kids aren't talking about whatever show is popular now.
Anybody under the age of 40 does not watch any kind of television, really.
I don't think so either.
No. None of the younger people in my family, unless it's sporting events, there are no shows that they watch on TV.
Mm-hmm. TV is good.
I don't watch.
Oh, did you watch The Farmer Wants a Wife? Did you watch the? Did you watch the Floor? Did you watch?
Farmer Wants a Wife.
That's a real show.
Oh,
that's a real show. I always thought the way the skipper walked in the cartoons was funny.
Yeah, they made him the skipper in the cartoons. They made him a lot like if you see the episode with the voodoo doll, he looked a lot like the voodoo doll. Like they drew the voodoo doll on the cartoon.
I haven't seen the cartoons in years, so I don't have a
Me neither.
Like they haven't been put out anywhere that I know of. Not even on Me TV Tunes do they have it.
No.
So I don't.
There you go. The new
cartoon. The new Yes.
I got Shirley Booth. She's 96, but she's still
alive. Ooh. Paulina still watches TV. I'm hooked on
Mr. B.
The Rookie. I don't know any of those shows. I'm sorry.
I like old, earlier stuff myself, 60s stuff.
Yeah, Green Acres is where I want to be.
Green Acres I like to watch. I watch Gilligan. I've watched an episode of Hogan's Heroes, but I just after what happened to Bob Crane, I just can't watch it.
Yeah, I can't. I can't watch that. No.
Bob Crane.
I can watch it. Hogan's Heroes happened before all that. So
yeah.
Stupid Me TV Tunes. They keep wanting to show me Casper. I hate Casper.
Man.
I just want to be friendly.
The old Casper.
That's weak sauce. Casper, the friendly ghost.
The 60s Casper.
Casper.
No Bullwinkle and Rocky and Bullwinkle, and Flash.
They took that off. There's issues with the copyrights or something.
Oh, they can't do that. Yeah.
I don't know. That it only lasted a couple of months and it was gone. What's this? I've been watching a lot of Dennis the Menace lately.
Yeah, that was a good show too.
Wilson!
Well, I kind of like the second Mr. Wilson too. So.
Oh, it was Gil Gordon.
Gil Gordon, yeah,
Gil Gordon's on everything.
He's everywhere.
He's on that Life with Lucy thing. He's 80 years old.
Mrs. Carmichael.
Yes. Lucy.
Then when Gail Gordon left Dennis the Menace, then it was Vito Scotti was Mr. Wilson.
Here's a fun fact for you.
Might have been. That's when it got canceled.
It was a bridge too far.
Vito subbed for Dennis himself.
But no one was buying a little kid with a mustache.
Oh boy.
I know, it was the same idea on Welcome Back, Kotter when Gabe Kaplan decided I'm not being on my own show anymore. So they brought in Vito Scotti, and that was it.
Yeah, he'd be the.
I absolutely effing hated Welcome Back, Kotter.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Mr. Carter.
Oh, it blew. I hated it.
I didn't like it either. I liked his wife, but I watch her on MASH instead. She's better on MASH.
They brought in Billy Connolly to replace him, didn't they? Was that the one where was that on the Howard?
No, that's a different show. That's
that was the Howard Hessman show, I guess.
Yeah, that's Head of the Class. It was like Welcome Back, Kotter sideways. Instead of having stupid students, they had smart students.
No, okay.
The best part about Kotter was the joke he would always tell at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Really? That's when I'd turn it off. I don't want to hear this.
Not a fan of that show at all.
I remember when I watched that show. Yeah.
I found a lot of the characters just annoying.
They were all of them. I hated all of them.
Yeah.
I hope you all.
I hated them all except Cotter's wife. Cotter's wife I loved, but everybody else I hated.
I always wanted to see Horshack just beat up. I wanted somebody to beat him up.
In the class there, his eyes all black. They got one tooth. That's it.
Epstein was okay. I didn't mind.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. He was on Doris Day's show.
Yes.
He could do anything.
Yeah,
he was a total chameleon. He could do anything.
I think he was a semi-regular on the Flying Nun. I remember him on the Aeropostale.
Oh, he had to grab a hold of and fly. Hold it for a little.
Hang it on.
Yeah, hang on to the flaps and. No, I wasn't crazy about Welcome Back, Kotter, but the same guy did a show on NBC I liked called Chico and the Man with Freddie Prinze Sr.
I didn't watch.
He was on for a couple of years before he killed himself.
Time for fun facts, people.
I think it was only 1 year, wasn't it? Or was it 2?
Oh, it was 2 because they had one more season and they had
I'm pretty sure it lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah, it could be.
And then one more season without him after he died.
When they brought in this kid.
And,
And then the guy that owned the garage went and found the golden ticket, and then
Jack Albertson. He was for actor, you know, that guy, Jack Albertson. He did a lot of stuff.
Well, in 2014, Don Wells said during an interview she was paid a salary roughly equivalent to $50,000. Is that for a season or an episode? What does that mean? But
probably a season. Probably a season. A salary generally means a season.
In the 60s, that would probably be. And back then,
in the 60s, that's probably at least $500,000. It's not that bad. If not more than that.
$50,000 is not a lot of money for a series today.
Yeah.
No, but back in the 60s, it was,
66. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't want either as my housekeeper. I want Hazel.
Equivalent to $50,000, so it was a lot less than that in the 60s.
Well, nothing crazy about either one.
I thought she said 50,000. Equivalent? No, that's not
equivalent to today's. Yeah.
No. That's a couple bucks above minimum wage.
Yeah. No, you probably make more on tips if you're a waitress. It's not a lot of money.
Yeah, but Sherwood said that based on the idea that they were going to get a 4th season, that some of the cast members were going to buy a house.
Oh yeah, they bought houses. I heard that. Yeah.
And then, oops, they got canceled because of the Gunsmoke thing. Mm-hmm. So they thought, hey, I can afford a house now. Hey, all right, But oops. So they probably that's why Don Wells lived in a trailer for the rest of her life. No, she moved in with Mrs. Howe.
Mrs. Howe, she took good care of her. She's a exemplary human being from all accounts.
Yeah, fed her a steady diet of coconut.
Anybody ever watch on PBS? There was a show called The Furniture Guys in the 90s. They went to thrift stores and found old beat up furniture, and they fixed it up. And Dawn Wells was on that show a few times.
Yeah,
she would just show up, and they talked to her, and she would show up on the Furniture Box show.
Not receiving
They did
residual.
another show like that where people would put stuff out on the curb, and these guys would take it and turn it into something else, and then return it to the place where they found it. Like they'd fix it up and turn it into something else, and leave it at the people who were just going to throw it out. They set it at the curb.
The furniture guys inspired me. I spent a lot of time in the 90s looking in dumpsters and stuff and finding stuff and turning it into something else.
Well,
like the woman I wound up marrying had this old nobody was using stereos in the 90s. She had this old stereo rack, the built-in stereo thing. And I turned it into a wine rack. I painted it like light blue, aged light blue, and I put a wine rack thing in there, and you could put all your wine and whiskey and stuff in the bottom with it was nice. She kept it when we got divorced. She's like, I'm keeping this.
Doc still dumpster dives today for his CDs and stuff.
Oh yeah, and a lot like that Beatles pillow, and who knows?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in my building once. It's not somebody. The owners apparently took out a bunch of shutters that were laundry room doors, and I turned them into room dividers.
Repurposing.
Yes.
Oh look!
Yeah.
I have a CD at hand. It's the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's what you find in the dumpster.
Is it listenable?
What's that?
Is it listenable?
Of course this is.
Oh, okay.
And danceable too. The things you find in the dumpster. Amazing stuff. Look at it. Beautiful.
I hope you wiped it off.
Oh. I used an SOS pad. It's okay.
Okay, that's good. Sounds good.
Thank you. Okay. What happened?
Mick 1964 said that Don Wells said that Sherwood Schwartz made $90 million on the reruns alone. See, that's what it takes to rise to the top in Hollywood. No conscience, just no conscience at all.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be able to sleep if it was that despairing sharing of the wealth and everything with something like that.
No, just give all your stars 2%.
A pittance would have made a difference.
That's a lot.
Yeah, a pittance would have made all the difference in the world to some of the lesser actors.
Look at what the Beatles. A lot of people don't know this, but Lennon McCartney never owned 100% of Macklin Music. They gave 2% to George and 2% to Ringo.
Mm-hmm.
So they had some. It's the least you can do. Give them something.
Yeah.
So you're not going to miss it, and
that's a great thing about the Beatles as well as when they did break up. The three other guys realized that Ringo was not a songwriter and always made sure he had a couple gems every time he did a project early on.
We'll save that for Sunday.
Yes.
We'll save that for Sunday. Mm-hmm. There was some stuff that I didn't use tonight because my thing was going nuts. I give up putting stuff up because
Sunday we'll get some more pictures.
I kept freezing up, so my bandwidth was not working tonight. So.
Lee brings up a classic Seinfeld episode when Kramer found the Merv Griffin set in the dumpster.
Oh, yeah.
He set it up and had his own talk show. That was hilarious.
That was. Yeah.
It brought that guy with like Jim from Wild Kingdom with the wild animals.
Jim Fowler.
Jim Fowler, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a classic episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the better ones.
George brought in the squirrel that he was taking care of. No, hot stove. Oh gosh. I don't know. Then he made a penny. What?
talking about Denny Lane is always complaining McCartney didn't play him enough, but Denny could have made more. But Denny made at least a couple $1,000,000 working for McCartney, which isn't that bad. Plus, he co-wrote some songs with him, so he got some songwriting royalties too, which is not bad either,
Yeah.
So then he wasn't treated as bad as he always said he was being treated. He never.
Yeah. Which one did he write? The Note You Never Wrote?
He wrote a bunch. He wrote Getting Closer.
Yeah.
And
what's the song he sang? Didn't he had one he sang? Can't remember what it was.
He had a few. He wrote 3 songs on Back to the Egg.
There was one on the live album that he did. What the heck was that?
Oh,
Go Now.
Go Now?
Go Now. Moody Blues song.
Well, yeah, but there's another one that he did with.
He wrote Spirits of Ancient Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wrote Time to Hide.
Time to Hide's the one I'm thinking.
B-side of Live and Let Die, I Lie Around.
Yeah.
He wrote 2 songs that they didn't use for the Red Rose Speedway album, unfortunately. But they did come out. I don't know if he lived long. He should have benefited some. They did come out when they released the double Red Rose Speedway. They came out.
See, Paul at the time just took the song and he just taped them onto the
quite a few, but the biggest hit, quote unquote, hit was Getting Closer. Yeah.
Now he's no longer with us.
He might have even co-written Mauve Kintyre. I'm not sure.
Oh, there are a bunch of new videos up on John's website here. Look at the last 37 minutes, 35 minutes.
Yeah, he had two. He had 2
Four new
on
ones
the
up
London Town album.
There's one called Doc Dacus Doc Jagger.
Won't Sunday be fun?
I don't think I have the bandwidth to show them.
Tim Allen, Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Great.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah. Same for Sunday.
I didn't know I could dance that well.
You
Like,
can't.
boy, have I got the the legs going? Wow. Oh. Somebody answer the phone.
It's probably political.
I voted already. Don't call me anymore. I even gave heck to the Sirius XM guy that called today.
Oh, really?
Like I will give you $5 a month. We have sports, we have comedy, we have. I says, where are you calling from? Cairo, Egypt.
You don't worry about that.
I said, I don't buy anything from
You sign up.
Goodbye. Denny. Oh, that's a different Denny though.
Yeah, Denny.
That's Denny Jordan.
I think it's a different Denny.
Yeah.
I always used to feel, even as a little kid, I used to feel horrible for Mama Cass when they would sing, and no one's getting fat but Mama Cass. And she's up there on the stage. I always feel bad for her. That was not nice.
Oh.
How dare they?
You guys ever heard the story? This is their own story. I've heard it a number of times in their own words about how Mama Cass joined the Mamas and the Papas. I don't believe a word of it, but they told the story many, many times.
They didn't want her for one thing.
No, she was a friend of theirs,
Yeah.
and they had a gig in the Bahamas, the 3 of them, and Mama Cass came and just got a job as a waitress in the hotel they were performing at.
Wow.
And she wasn't in the group because her voice was the wrong pitch. It didn't fit in with theirs, so she couldn't be in. It's not that they didn't want her in, but apparently she was waitressing one day, and they swear this is true. I don't believe a word of it, but they say a pipe fell from the ceiling and hit her in the head and knocked her unconscious.
When she woke up,
took her to the hospital, and she spent a couple days in the hospital. And when she got out of the hospital, her voice had changed.
So something like a Three Stooges short.
They let her in the group, and she became. And they said, I have that on a record. I have that on an album of them being interviewed. But they've said it many, many times that this is how Mama joined the group. That she got hit on the head with a pipe and changed the voice.
That sounds like a Professor of Rock video.
Well,
there you go.
Like I said, I have it on the album. In their own words.
The mamas and the papas until this happened.
Yeah. Well, they say it did. Again, I don't believe a word of it, but they say that's what happened.
When scammers call James Farley and say they're from California, ask them what time it is. Takes them 10 seconds to figure it out. I guess. Oh, Tim Kimba heard that on VH1.
No, I have the 60s records. I forget the guy's name, but he used to do this show, and they put him out on records sometimes. We'd interview people. James Brown is on the same record. I forget who else is on there, but the mamas and the papas are on there, and they tell this story.
This wasn't Kermit Schaefer.
No, I don't remember the guy's name, but he did it for like the Air Force or something like that. You know, one of these sorts of things.
Could have been Casey Kasem.
I forget who else is even on the record, but yeah, so they tell the
feet
story.
on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
All right, Casey.
According to Michelle, when John played her that Mama Cass lyric in Creek Alley, Michelle didn't think it was nice. But when they played it for Cass, she laughed and told him to leave it in.
Well, probably. Cass had a great sense of humor about herself. Everything I've ever heard about her, she was just the nicest person. That's what I've always
She was
heard.
even on Match Game. She was sitting in the Lonnie Anderson spot.
Yeah, she seemed like a very nice woman anytime I saw her, like you say, on those appearances on game shows or hosting her own variety show. It just doesn't seem like, I don't know. You'd have to have an awfully good sense of humor because, I don't know, up there on stage singing it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Who am I to say?
And the whole crowd is, and no one's getting fat except for
Mama Cass.
And she's going like,
that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
I'm the Mama Cass. I'm the fat one. Uh-oh. Hey, Tim. Guess who Paulina saw at Coachella? Paul Williams. And he was dressed as an ape. He was dressed as an orangutan.
I don't think it's just as an wow. That's amazing because he's got to be getting close to 90. So for him to be hanging out is last time I saw him, he looked pretty old.
Looks neat.
What happened to the classic variety show? They used to have Sullivan,
right
Hollywood Palace, any number of other people, Andy Williams, Not no mo.
Yeah, this is a variety show.
Yeah, you got to come here, folks.
Yeah, right here.
Variety show.
All 13 of you that's watching.
Yeah, we're waiting for our plate spinner to show up.
What happened was America I'm going to be really harsh here, but America lost its morals. That's what happened. The world lost its morals. But, variety shows were good, clean family entertainment, and that became as popular as nothing. And so
and you weren't able to individualize your evening's entertainment. There was normally one TV, and everybody had to just decide what you're going to watch. In the variety show, for the youngsters, the Turtles. You had something in there for everybody.
Exactly. And And then for Dad, you'd have the guy with his performing bears, you know.
Yeah. And we all know how the dads like the performing bears. Now, flying bloodinis.
And for the kids, of course,
Exactly.
for the little kids, they also had Topo Gigio.
I have
Eddie, kiss me
I have
goodnight.
an Ed Sullivan CD. You know, they put out a bunch of CDs with Ed Sullivan acts.
Yeah.
And his introductions are on every one. And then every one he says, and now for you youngsters, we have on every single one. Single introduction.
Now
for you youngsters, we have Steppenwolf.
Hermits. For all you Negroes, Ella Fitzgerald. Yeah, he would introduce everybody as like a segment of his audience. And we got this for you.
Yeah.
For all you dads, we have the dancing, performing
Bring
bears.
on James Brown. Come on, everybody. James Brown. Yeah.
For all of you homosexuals, here's Liberace.
Let's give him a hand.
Yeah. For all you amputees out there, Toady Fields, everybody.
Toady Fields. Yeah, those Sullivan shows, I got the one with every Beatles performance, and they give you the whole shows. And it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Comedy really changes over time. I'm sitting there, I'm like, this shit ain't funny at all, man. And then they show the commercials. The commercials are great too.
The commercials are better.
Some of the acts are good that you don't think would be. There's a woman dancer. I forget who on one of those episodes that I thought was really good. There's a few people.
Yeah,
that
Frank Gorshin was the one. Has Frank Gorshin? That guy's a tremendous kind of like impersonator. I didn't realize that was as much of his act as it was.
Yeah,
because I just remember playing the Riddler and such.
That was mainly his act, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because he would do the Kirk Douglas thing.
Yeah, that was his bell ringer.
The plate spinners.
No, because they're going to perform twice on our show. Once
I'll be back.
Famously, a future monkey was on the same show as the Beatles.
Davey did from Oliver.
Yeah.
Same show. Herman and his hermits will be back later on for all you youngsters.
Oh, go away. We're going to have the Muppets on for you kids.
Say Topo Gigio. Eddie.
Give me a kiss good night.
Give me. Eddie.
I could never figure out that Topo Gigio. That thing had me fooled. I'm almost 70 years old and I've still never figured out that.
Well, Topo Gigio, which originally I found out he was an Italian.
Yeah, he was big in Youngstown. All the Italians in Youngstown love Topo.
Yeah.
He's one of their paisans.
Yeah, but how was that done? Was that a hand puppet or how they do?
I don't know.
No, he wasn't a hand puppet. He was on strings.
Yeah,
he's
pretty sure
like
on
a
strings.
marionette thingy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's taken me 7 years to find out.
He was best in the black and white shows. When they went to color, it was just kind of wasn't the
Maybe
same.
you saw the strings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they saw the strings and the color.
Real big shoe. Yes.
Big shoe.
Yeah, but we all grew up with it.
Sunday nights.
Well,
Oh yeah.
it was like I would be in the kitchen doing homework and it's Greg Topo Gigio's on.
Yeah. Yeah, your parents always wanted to make sure you didn't miss Topo.
I want to see that. Now, don't forget to let me know when Topo
Wait to do your homework till
The
Sunday night.
Muppets are on.
Oh, sorry, Mom. I have homework to do.
Yeah.
I mean, but that was an important show. People wanted to do that show. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
The Beatles pretty much made the paperback writer videos for Ed Sullivan and Rain. The Supremes did their last public performance with Diana Ross on the Ed Sullivan Show. It was a big deal.
Oh yeah, Lee mentions Jerry Stiller, And now Stiller and Mira, is Jerry Stiller and Ann Mira were comedy team. There's one, Mitzi McCall and Charlie Brill. Oh, if you see those comedy bits.
Mitzi McCall.
I have one of their albums. Maybe it's
they were on Sullivan a few times, and like I tell you, over time, comedy just really changes.
Well, one of the most famous comics of the time was Shelley Berman, and I've seen him, and I don't think he's even a tiny bit funny.
How about Mort Saul? He'd always come out there with a rolled up newspaper, bitching about this, that, and the other thing. It was like a big.
I think Ed Sullivan had everybody on.
Yeah, a little bit of everything for everyone.
Aspect. I don't know if you've seen when they were on Ed Sullivan, and he called them over like, "Come on over," and people are telling me that you guys will be breaking up after this. Oh no, we're fine. Oh no. They were breaking up. They just didn't want to
announce it right there.
Hey, guess what? We're breaking up, But Ed kind of grilled them a little bit on it, like, "I hear you boys are breaking up." And, that's all rumors.
Yeah, he wanted to get the scoop.
He wanted to scoop it. Yeah. They wouldn't give it to him. But Kimba says she doesn't feel like she's missing out with modern. Nobody is. And the ones that I do like would be Mad Men. Never saw it. Shows that are set in the past. Who cares?
Exactly.
Mad Men was great. Mad Men is one of my most favorite recent shows.
I don't know anything about Stranger Things or.
For the last several years, I haven't watched TV at all. I just watch streaming series and stuff that you get online. Like TV's irrelevant because
I never thought I'd get to the point in my life where I could go like a whole week without really watching any television at all. Because that wasn't the way up to about 10 years ago.
I haven't watched television in years.
Unless it's sports. That you gotta be there to watch.
But even then, like I'm watching the hockey game right now, and it's on my laptop.
Yeah, I got the MLB package. I don't have to turn on my TV for that.
Television.
Yeah, you really don't. And honestly, it's just crap. It's just like you want to
just dumb down.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. It's dumbed down.
And stupid. I mean, I know it's supposed to be light fare. But not unfair.
The humor is like on a grade 8 level or an 8-year-old level, even worse. To me, it's just. I'm watching a series right now called The Mayor of Kingstown, and it stars Jeremy Renner, and it's really outstanding. It's a really good series, and I'm about halfway through it, and it's great. But there's all these great series that have been out on. The typical streaming
services.
And
yeah, you know what? That
fantastic. Like they're short, like they're only like 10 episodes per season, but they pack a lot in there, and it's really well written and well acted stuff.
I think that's where the really good storytelling is being done on the streaming services, because no one's going to pay $15 to go to the movies and see Driving Miss Daisy or any movie that isn't a bombastic special effects affair. They're just not going to pay that kind of money. So those stories are going to the streaming services.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All the movie theater movies seem to be these big blockbusters that are all like taking a 4-year-old fireworks show.
I'm a little tired of sequels and all this crap. It's like come up with a new idea for crying out loud. Like seriously.
Well, there are movies. In the last 2 years, movies have gotten better. And that's
I don't watch them anymore.
But they're not major studio movies made in Hollywood though either. They're more independent movies. But that's the way it's going, and that's a good thing. Hollywood's still going to make the stupid.
And Mix 1964 makes a good point. None of us are the demographic they are looking for. And that's true. When you're in a public space and you're hearing this, they don't care what people your age want to listen to. You're
Yeah.
being pushed off to your dirt nap. You know, you're irrelevant to all of them. I'm serious. That's just the way it is. They're not catering to the boomers anymore. So, c'est la vie.
No, it's all the millennials and the Gen Zers now. It's all that group.
I like Fluffy. You mean
I
that
like
Gabriel Iglesias guy?
I like Fluffy. You have us stumped.
I don't know. The only Fluffy I know is that Gabriel Iglesias.
No idea.
Was that a cartoon or something?
Oh, she's quoting Stitch.
Oh, okay.
I like Fluffy.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know
I should be up
reference.
I should be more up on all my cartoons, but I tell you what, it got to a point where you couldn't. There are so many series, so many different characters out there now. Impossible to keep up. Possible.
That's the other problem with television. If it was like the old days and there was like maybe 2 UHF stations and 3 network stations and that's all we had, I guarantee many more people would be watching television now than there are. If there were way less stations, if it was 95% less stations, more people would be watching.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of reverse what you would think. And with the cartoon character thing,
there's so much on that you can't make up your mind, so you don't watch anything.
Yeah.
But if you turn your TV on, you've only got 3 or 4 programs to choose from. You'll probably watch one of them.
Yeah, but if they were showing the programs that are on now, you're clicking around on. Well, I could either watch what's Sherry or Judge Bomb, or
by the time you click through all 800 programs that are on, the program you wanted to watch is over.
Well, I just find it very formulaic now as well. So it's like, 5 minutes in, you can predict how it's going to end, right? And it's like, I saw this plot 15 times last week. The music's gone the same way, right?
Oh yeah.
I was thinking earlier today, like the singer-songwriter, after watching this Gordon Lightfoot documentary, it's like people like Gordon Lightfoot don't exist anymore. There are no Gordon Lightfoots out there.
There are too many distractions, and younger people, they're not going to sit there. And
it's about the videos. It's about how we can, who's this week's blonde? That's what it's about. And it's all about appealing to a demographic that is all, it's all.
Yeah, you can only get signed to a major label these days and make any money as a musician if you can be exploited somehow.
If you look good on video.
If you can't be exploited, then they don't want you because.
Well,
you got to image and presentation. I mean, I keep saying Taylor Swift, nobody would know who she was if she was 5 feet tall and weighed 300 pounds. Nobody would know a thing about her.
Or the same thing with what am I thinking? The album Pearl. Why am I drawing a freaking blank here? Joplin. Would Janis Joplin be signed to a contract in 2025? No. She don't have the look.
You wouldn't.
We were talking about cartoon characters, and this is when I knew I was in over my head and just out of my element. I used to belong to a charity called Drawn for Help, and we'd go to children's hospitals and draw for kids. And these kids would start saying, "Will you draw Glumpy?" When I'd ask them who they want a picture of, they say, "Ooh, draw Glumpy." And I'm thinking, who the hell is Glumpy? And I take out my phone and Google. They got to find out it's some character that's on some, smallish cable network, and it's too much content.
It's all about making a fast buck, and they go in knowing that in 10 years nobody's going to know these people even existed, right? And it's all temporary. It's all disposable. It's all about making a fast buck.
Yep.
And that's all it's about.
And it's funny because when records started and the movie started, everybody in the industry thought all of this stuff would be disposable. And it's odd now that we know it's not disposable. Now it actually is disposable.
Yeah.
It's switched.
DC, does this mean when the kids come up and they say, "Draw me Casper"?
I never got a Casper request.
No, I wonder why. I wonder why.
But I mean, you'd go into their hospital rooms and then you'd draw for them. And I'd always ask them, what character would you like me to draw or whatever. And for a while there, I was fielding them just fine. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Garfield. And then it just got to be overwhelming with these obscure characters. And it's like, I'm out.
You don't do Glumpy.
I don't do Glumpy. I'd look at Google and find a picture of Glumpy and I could draw from that, but off the top of my head, no.
I sometimes feel Glumpy.
Yeah, that's my day. That's my life. Glumpy. In a word, Glumpy. How you feeling?
I feel
Glumpy. I feel Glumpy.
But nobody says, "Draw me Mickey Mouse," because you get a copyright thing from Disney or something.
No, the kids would be like, who?
Who?
What? Glumpy.
The Glumpster.
The Glumpster.
Glumpomania.
Glumpomania started on Doc's Thursday Night Chat, and it's overtaken the world. Bigger than Taylor Swift. Glumpy.
Things get started here. You wouldn't believe.
I could get a costume made, and I could be Glumpy. I'll go on tour. Glumpy, and Lumpy.
You come on this show. You never know what might happen next. Oh, Glumpy.
Glumpy. Here he is, Glumpy. Everybody loves Glumpy.
Is that Glumpy?
That was a guy that I worked with when I had a job in college in a factory. This guy was named Joe the Maggot. He's one of the most disgusting human beings you'd ever want to run across. That's one of the things I found when I was digging up all my stuff in the studio here. I had done a drawing of him back in the day. Long time ago.
Yeah. Gumby
and Pokey. Yeah, why take drugs? Just put on Gumby and Pokey and sit back and relax.
Come on. You gonna come up? Come on up. There you go.
Uh-oh. It's puppy time.
Puppy time.
Puppy time.
Yeah, all my cats are asleep.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
Hello, puppy.
Hi, everybody. What do you have to eat? Yeah.
Hey, what are you up to?
Feed me.
Oh, they've had dinner. She probably wants out.
Yeah, Eddie and Lumpy. They're all dead.
Goodbye.
Everybody but Beaver. Beaver's still alive.
Beaver's still alive, yeah. He's the last one.
I got a guy that works out where I go to work out that looks just like Lumpy Rutherford. Honest to God, his clone.
Yeah. We got those drug commercials. We get all the gee, Grandma, I played baseball today. What position did you play? First base. Oh, that's great.
Just like Grandpa.
Yeah,
that's like Grandpa used to play. Oh, yeah.
You finally seen that commercial, right?
Oh, I've seen that commercial for months.
I know, but you know who the grandma is.
Oh yeah, we know who it is now.
Family Affair, yeah.
It's Mrs. Beasley.
Sissy.
Sissy is the old lady in the.
Yeah.
My, have the times changed?
Yes.
She went from dating. She went from dating who is at the hunk from Harvard or Yale to now she's doing the incontinence commercials.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that's 60 years.
Well, why didn't they say? Well, did Uncle Bill watch you at the game?
You'd be doing this the whole game. No, Jody screwed up another grounder.
Oh, no. Sheesh. Yeah, well, yeah, we're the demographic for all those commercials. That's why we see so many of them. Right? Right.
I think we're more of a demographic, but that's okay.
Yeah. Oh no, here comes
Today,
one right now.
women with nighttime urinary incontinence don't have to wake up wet.
Morning, Mom. Did you pee the bed? A bit, I think. Oh, so gross. Oh, Mom, put on a diaper. No, we can both pee in the house. I don't want.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Fortunately, that one's not on the rotation anymore.
I bought a rug shampoo.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
I bought a rug shampoo for just that reason.
Now all I see are the trusty Inogens and the. I hear you're retiring soon. You excited?
I get to the point where I have to start wearing grampers. I'm just going to go into the forest and pick a fight with the first grizzly bear I find.
Yeah, that'll be. I'll just find a big lake of water, a big pond or whatever. Just start walking.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be Mr. French.
It is
But
Mr.
that's what AI gave me.
Mr. French. Can you generate YouTube thumbnails now? Is that AI doing that?
Yeah,
I see it all over the place. Yeah.
That's what I got for the thumbnail for this show is Mr. French eating. You type it in. Actually, I typed in Sebastian Cabot. Give me a picture of Sebastian Cabot eating soup, and that's what it gave me. So, I like all the old books that they wrote for teen girls about being popular and feminine. Did they do that for boys? Oh, of course they did.
I don't remember any of them.
No,
Maybe that explains some things.
They had the Hardy Boys. That was pretty.
Yeah, but it wasn't about how you.
Yeah, I don't remember reading any books about how to be feminine when I was a boy.
Yeah, I did see some videos.
AI isn't perfect.
For me, it was Mad Magazine. That's what and then National Lampoon. That's what.
Yep, it was my Bible.
And when I was in junior high school, they showed you those health videos.
Yeah.
And
When
this
you're
is
12.
penis.
Why can't Sally go swimming?
This is the reproductive system.
I didn't see those videos. There was some controversy going on in the year that we were supposed to see them, which I think is 6th grade or something like that. There's some sort of controversy going on, and they had to resolve it, and they weren't shown. So the year before they were shown, and the year after they were shown, but our year we never saw them.
Yeah, I saw them 3 times.
At least the boys didn't. I'm thinking the girls did. I'm thinking the girls went and saw theirs, but the boys didn't.
Yeah,
There
there was a difference.
So I still don't know. It's still a mystery to me. I still don't know.
We saw those health videos and also those ancient science from the 50s. Oh, the classic one. I think I used to have that one.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
October 1977.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic in that one Key Favor high school yearbook one they did.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I better not show that. Just saying.
Was it kind of naughty there?
Yeah, it was a little naughty. I'll show it to you after we're off air.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I haven't read this in a while. I should take it out and read it again. Some funny stuff in here.
The Little Red Album.
Okay.
Just, silly stuff.
Old film strips. I remember those from my parochial grade school days.
Party and friend.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the forgotten disease?
Oh, Beatlemania, the forgotten disease.
Oh. Okay.
I can show it. It's a little, but yeah.
Oh.
It's late. All the young kids have gone to bed, so.
Ringo Dingo Jr.
Okay.
Oh man, funny stuff.
Movie projectors, what's that?
Not in 50 years. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gee,
You blew something out in the car. Yeah.
Tire
Wow.
track.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They don't make my magazine.
I should read this again. There's some funny stuff in here.
That's Joe Mayo, isn't it?
I don't know. Just, yeah. Good stereo ads. So check out the stereo ad.
Whoa!
I had one of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they spent a lot of money back in the day advertising different.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Ooh.
It was
Full
a really
color,
good.
spreads, you name it.
I still got my unit from 70,
Look
78.
at that. There it is.
There you go.
There it is.
My Techniques from 1978.
Mm-hmm.
Still works great. The only thing I've done to it is I replaced the bulbs behind the tuner.
All right.
Little fuse bulbs. So I replaced those because they burn out. That's the only thing. And I've cleaned cleaned the contacts and stuff, but never had any servicing done on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like a rock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Techniques turntables.
Yeah, and you've got two of them.
Well, mine are, those are JVCs, those ones.
See, and you got the equalizer there, and the
yeah.
What is that? A cassette deck?
Cassette deck, reel to reel.
Ooh.
Can't see it, but that's because it's black. But that's my CD player there.
Huh.
It's a Sony, one of those Sony carousel ones.
Yeah, back when you could read the buttons.
And
I love my Sony carousel, and it died, and I've been very sad ever
my
since.
HPM 60 speakers, Pioneer speakers.
Ooh. And
There's
what do you play your Edison cylinders on?
That's a secret. Yeah. Anyway.
We had a Viewmaster of when the Brady Bunch went to the Grand Canyon. That's worth money now.
Yeah.
That's you take that to Antique Roadshow, see if you can get some money for it. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
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 So, anything else we want to tackle this evening?
I'm tapped out, boys. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
Jeff Kendall's got cats to take care of.
Yeah, well, they're all asleep. They wake me up at 5, so.
Fabulous. Well, okay. Well, then it sounds like we're about to put this episode of Thursday Night Soup back in the can.
Yes. We will be back Sunday, though.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
That's a threat. That's a threat.
Be warned.
Yeah, be warned, yeah.
Yeah. So come back on Sunday for more of this foolishness, if you dare. And I'd like to thank DC for coming up. Yay. And,
my pleasure, guys. My pleasure.
And Jeff and Tim and Gurr and maybe even me. Oh, and Robert P. was here too.
Yeah.
Robert P.
Robert P. was here too. And all of you out there that dared to watch this thing. Thanks for coming by and watching. So take care, everyone. We'll see you on our next show. Bye-bye.